as I was saying, for those of you that might just be tuning into YouTube, this rollout right here by Drake might be one of the best rollouts in hip hop history. That's what we need to talk about here, man. That's what we need to talk about. And that's what we're here to talk about. And like I said, I'll talk to some of y'all in just a moment on TikTok. But yeah, man, just the science of this, the way he came at it. I mean, let's just look at the numbers for a second, as we were looking at earlier. The numbers that Kendrick did, and I don't know if they're accurate. I'll go ahead and like double check that. But I think that the numbers that Kendrick did were like 70 million on his rollout. Yeah, I think it was like 70 million on his rollout. And you know what? Before I say anything, let me fact check that. Yeah, if you guys can see, I know we got some like comments and stuff like that, but if you guys can give some likes for those that are just coming in, we're just streaming to you live on YouTube, TikTok, and a few other places. Because it's been 3 days now, man, right? It's been 3 days. What do we think of the numbers and the streaming numbers, or what do y'all think of the album? That said, too, let me just look it up. Compared to Drake's Iceman has significantly outperformed Kendrick Lamar's GNX in first day streams. On its opening day, Iceman alone pulled in over 140 million streams on Spotify, nearly doubling the roughly 74 million first day streams of Kendrick Lamar's GNX. I gotta say, man, it's an interesting time, man. It's almost like a comeback theory, a comeback kid, a comeback story, in a way, with Drake. And you see, I'm repping LA right here, man. I mean, that's what I rep, and that's where I'm from. But I gotta say, man, as we were saying the other night, I understand that there's some people that are gonna ride the bandwagon that they want to ride. OVO Quan, what up, my man? I remember you. What's up, fam? I'm gonna jump up here in the comments. Please give a like. Give a like so we can get this going on the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? We just jumping on the stream right now. Are we gonna talk about the Drake? You know, what's up? It's been 3 days. Y'all tell me, are y'all feeling it or what? Is that cool or what? Hey, thanks for the likes coming in. Shout out to 92284K. What's good? What's good? I ain't no unk, but I'll tell what's good. Oh yeah, we have the Drake haters coming in now. Slugfest says it's buns. I think I remember hearing somebody say that the other day, that it was buns. I want to go ahead and say this, man. The purpose of this video right here is to focus on the rollout. That's what we're doing right here. We're focusing on the rollout. And I got to tell you, 92284K says, W Iceman, they mad Kendrick not hot. Yeah, I agree with you, 92284K. I agree with you. In some ways. I mean, I think Kendrick is still hot, I should say. Like, let me take that back. But I get what you're saying. Like, right now, this is Drake's moment. And that's probably what I also want to talk about. You made me think of something, and thank you for saying that. And that's why I know I had to jump on the TikTok. You made me think of something to where he was smart for that. And what up, YouTube? Let's get some likes going on the YouTube, by the way, so we can get more people up in here. Let's get some likes on the YouTube. Yo, he this is his moment, is what I was saying. But like, he gave Kendrick his moment. Now, I don't know if he did that purposely, if that was all by design, or if that was planned. But yeah, I agree with you, ALX Cam. It was good. The Iceman, at least. The other two albums I think were more for women and people in the suburbs. But other than that, the Iceman, this is the album where he addresses the beef, where he addresses all of the issues and everything that's going on. And I've been listening to analysis and breakdowns and reactions all across the internet, man. And let me make sure you guys can hear me okay. Give me like a 1 or a 2 if you guys can hear me okay. I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay on the mic. Drew's story says, laughing your LMAO, people in the suburbs. Yeah, the third album. Which one was that? Not the Habibi. Habibi was for women, and when you're chilling with women, and you know. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I got to turn up the mic a little bit. He says he can't really hear me. Well, hopefully they can hear me okay on YouTube. What was the other album? Maid of Honor. That was it. Yeah, Maid of Honor. That one I felt was... that was for the people that weren't in the suburbs. Yeah. So what are your guys' thoughts? Is the album dope? I mean, we've had a few days now to marinate on it. What are your thoughts? And maybe I'll have some of y'all come up on a call with me in just a second, you know, in a little bit. But I just want to get my rant off because it's my show. And some people want to take over the show sometimes and talk about what they like. And it's like, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about what I like. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we're talking about the Drake album. But yes, what I like too as well. Joshua says, that was my favorite part. You said it was good when he roasted LeBron's career. You know what, Joshua? And thank you for the likes coming in. Let's get it to 100 likes. Okay, we already got it to 100. Let's get it to 1,000. Let's get it to 1,000 on TikTok. And on YouTube, if you can get it to like 1 or 2 likes, that would be really helpful. Let me adjust my mic real quick. Shout out to those of you on TikTok, man. You guys get it lit. I appreciate all the comments that are coming in and the likes. This is how we get more people up in the chat. Let me say this. I'm reading the comments coming in case you guys are wondering on YouTube. Let me say this, man. When he said that about LeBron, about how you switching teams to get championships, loved it, man. When he also spoke on the LeBron, and thank you, YouTube, for the likes coming in. I appreciate it. This helps get the algorithm going. You feel me? Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, guys. I'm just going to focus on YouTube and TikTok right now because y'all are the ones that get the most lively. Drake sucks and is phony. Elaborate a little bit more on that. You're not the first person, Nubian Prince, that I've heard say that. And when you say Nubian Prince, where are you calling from or texting from? Thank you for the likes. Shout out ZLHWC. What up, yo? What up on YouTube? What's good? Thank you for the chats coming in, man. Yo, I'm going to tell you like this, man. Like, we can get it lit for a second here and talk about what's real, man. The rollout. I just want to make sure that I cover this angle because I know that that's what we titled this, video. The rollout that he did, because if we remember, Kendrick really didn't do a rollout. I think Kendrick just dropped like the battle. They had their battle that went through, right? And then Kendrick just dropped GNX. And let me put this up for the people that are on YouTube. You guys will be able to see this. On TikTok, you won't be able to see this, but if you jump over to YouTube, you might be able to see this because I'm on the mobile app on TikTok right now. But sometimes I jump on the desktop so you guys can hear me. Banks Boy 84 shot you out. You said it's fire. I agree with you. Nubian Prince, did you elaborate a little bit more? Yo, shout out Kenny. I just saw the rose, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, fam. I appreciate the rose and the support, man. That always helps. Everything helps, man. Even if you guys give $1 or whatnot, whatever you can give, man, that always helps, man. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. Yo, did I put this on the screen? Yeah, I did. Drake, Iceman, 140 million streams on the first day. Whatever that equates to as far as album sales. Kendrick, on the other hand, GNX, 74 million on the first day. Bro, GNX is kind of buns even compared to Drake's albums. You know, I was thinking about that. And you see, I'm repping LA cities right here, so I can't really go that far to say that. But because GNX is like a West Coast album, I get it. I get what Kendrick was doing with GNX. He was like, yo, I'm gonna make an album that's gonna make y'all respect the West Coast, right? Because there was a battle and we had some issues going on within hip hop that are still kind of going on right now, right? And people were like, you know what? I gotta like shout out the West Coast, man. I gotta let people recognize what's up with the West Coast. That's what that album was. But I do get what y'all are saying. I do get what some of y'all are saying, man. Now, this is interesting. Tonight, it looks like we got more Drake fans. Whereas the other night, it looked like we had more Kendrick fans. Interesting how it shifts. But I'll say this. I think that Kendrick was like, yo, y'all are going to respect the West Coast. But I feel that he came to West Coast. Like, I get that. I get that he came to West Coast. Whereas I feel like on this album with Drake, especially Iceman, I'm specifically talking about Iceman. I know that he dropped 2 other albums other than Iceman, but I'm speaking on Iceman. After he dropped Iceman, I said, whoa. Like Drake went back to old school Drake. He went back to old school Drake. And like, I couldn't front on that. I was like, man, genius. Like, and like I heard other people say, I've been watching a lot of streamers. I've been watching a lot of podcasters, YouTubers, whatever you want to call it. Yo, I've been watching a lot of y'all, and all of y'all have been saying the same thing, or most of y'all, that I respect their opinion. They said, you could tell that he sat with this. Remain, let me read your comments. Let me read some of your comments. Remain Marble says, if I said your name right, Mid. 922A4K says, yay. Thank you for the likes coming in. Let's try to get it to 1,000 on TikTok. If we can get a few more likes on YouTube, that would be great. But we're gonna keep going on YouTube. It's all good regardless. Slap says Drake has always been lame as F. Marvin, you really feel that way? I just read your comment. Well, you're right, because didn't he have he had a reference to that, and I think in one of his songs. I forgot which song it was. Trey says you low-key stopped listening to Drake. Well, let me ask you this, Trey. Did you listen to the album Iceman? Because even if you stopped listening to Drake, that's an album that I think people should check out. Y'all got to stop cuddling a grown man at some point. I agree. Zaya says the album is so fire. Okay. Yeah, man. Trey said it was lackluster. How so? Yo, because this is what I was thinking, man. I was thinking, and I heard other people say this, and I'm going to put this video up tomorrow. So hopefully you guys stay tuned in tomorrow because I haven't edited it yet. But I have like reactions of a lot of people where we're speaking on the phone, and I got to get one of my homies on the phone. Shout out B Major for the follow. I got to put one of my homies who introduced me to Drake before Drake was famous. And he's like, yo, this cat right here, Drake, he's about to be big. I was like, okay, I trusted his opinion. Boy, I didn't think that Drake was going to be as big as he became as he 22. But you know, that's how it always is. When people say, oh, I think this guy's going to be famous. You're like, okay, well, that's cool. And then sometimes they become really famous. Like Post Malone. I met Post Malone before he became famous. And I said to Post Malone, like looking back, if I knew that Post Malone was going to be as famous as he is, I would have asked him for an interview. I had the opportunity to have an interview with Post Malone. We were chilling, drinking, having some drinks, chilling. And I was like, yo, he just got done rapping a few songs. Like, he just came through and just like rapped some songs at this place. One of my homies put him on, you know, because he was an up-and-coming SoundCloud rapper. And like, he like put him on stage. You know, one of my homies, he was like, you know, at the time, he's like a big promoter. You know what I'm saying? And so he booked Post Malone. And Post Malone came through. And I was just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, hey, man, I think you're going to be famous. But my point is this, though, man. I got to get my homie on the phone who knew Drake before Drake became big, before Drake became Drake, you know? And I think that if I got him on the phone, you guys would love to hear his perspective. Because I'm sure he's loving this moment right now. Like, I'm sure he's going to talk a lot of trash. he was one of those, like, academics. He was one of those that believe that Drake was winning the battle against Kendrick. He was one of those. Like, I was like, man, you're that delusional that you, like, I understand. Like, let's give props where props is due. Thank you for the likes coming in. Let's give props where props is due. And it's like, you know, at that time during the battle, I had to give Kendrick props. And now I'm giving Drake props. I like both rappers. Is it okay to like both rappers? Or I guess maybe we are not allowed to like both rappers. Man, I'm trying to keep up with the comments on TikTok. Y'all going crazy over here. Hold on. Yo, I got some comments coming in on YouTube. Shout out Gianni, if I can't read your name right. You said, yeah, Dot didn't roll out. Just dropped on a random Friday. True that. Fleazy81 shot you out on YouTube. He said, bro dropped the mid 3. Are you talking about Drake or Kendrick? Which one are you talking about at Fleazy? Shout out Melly Rock. I appreciate you for the follow. Thank you. Infamous one. Drake owned the top 50 globally. Ken has never. Well, he's going to definitely do it with this album. They already said that he's slated to probably hit 10 Billboard charts on the Billboard. Excuse me if I can't read all the comments, man. I'm trying to read the comments as fast as I can. Because I got comments also coming in on YouTube as well. But thank you. I like how you guys are all responding. Hold on. Shout out G. D.O. Doubles. You say, yeah, it's cool. I think so, too. True. Trey Jill Scott's album. Okay. Your favorite album. Drake album isn't even touching Cardi's album. Are you serious? Come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. We got a troll. Brady Wagner. Album Hot Buns. Which one? All three? I don't know. 999901. Him has just joined. Shot you out. Iceman was cool, but the other two bottom of the barrel albums. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Thank you for the likes coming in. Let's get it to 1,000. King Street says Drake is the GOAT. Let's get some likes coming in on YouTube too, by the way. First time. That's a crazy name. You said, I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. I don't remember that one, but you got to refresh me on that. Old man says, I don't know, mid-millennial Drake just isn't mature, grown up enough for me. I feel like he grew up a little bit on the Iceman album. Greg, the problem with Drake is that he's hyper-focused on trying to diss everyone instead of making music. Well, I think he had to address some of the things. Brooklyn Bully says Drake's album is a great album when it's on mute. Fleazy81, I see you on YouTube. You said Drake's 3 albums were all mid. I got to speak on that real quick in just a second. I think that Drake's album, the other two, I will agree with you on that. I think the other two were mid. And to be honest with you, Eden, if I saw your comment right, you said National Treasure is a great song, but everything else is mid, to be honest. I don't agree with that, but National Treasure is a good song. I agree with half of that. Your favorite auntie, interesting name, says, if it was anyone else dropped this album besides Drake, we wouldn't listen to it. You know what's funny that you say that, and I'm glad you just reminded me. Some people are saying 10 out of 10. Some people are saying it's whatever, trash. Okay. Thank you guys for the comments coming in, man. I appreciate that. Let me say this. I noticed something interesting today. Let me make sure I'm coming in okay on the mic. Check. Yeah. When I was driving around today, I was like, yo, I'm going to bump the Drake album in the car, right? I want to hear this in the car. And like, yo, it was banging. Like, I felt like just sonically, the music sounded great, man. Like, he's getting ready for the TikTok or the YouTube, the shorts, the streams, the dances. You know, people are already starting to do the dances. Check. Make sure you guys can hear me all right. Yeah. Thank you for the likes coming in. Let's get it to 1,000 if we can. People are already starting to do the dances, right? So he tapped into that market. But what I also feel is that, nah, man, like I said, he sat with this album. And I agree with you. I agree with y'all, man. The other two albums, that was just some other shit. Like, and I think he didn't even need to do that. I think like he could have just dropped Iceman and then maybe dropped the other two later. Because yes, less is more. I always agree with that. But I think, and let's keep the likes going so we can get it up to 1,000. Let's get it up to 1,000 likes. So let's keep it going if we can. Because I'm gonna drop some knowledge right here, man. Like I said, I've listened to what a lot of people said. Thank you for the likes coming in, man. Let's get it to 1,000 so we can let these people know. Because I've been doing some research, man. I was doing research this whole weekend on this Drake album. He had me researching this project. Plus, I was listening to what other people were saying. I feel that there were some people that had good takes. But, of course, I also felt that there were a lot of people out there that had some dumb takes. So, I want to go ahead and, like, let it be known what's really real. Because, you know, I'm a real hip-hop head. And, you know, I'm going to give you a real hip-hop analysis, because a lot of these people that are talking about hip-hop culture, they don't even know hip-hop. That's the funny thing. Thank you for the likes coming in. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully we almost at 1,000 on YouTube, by the way. We're almost at 1,000. We're at a few on YouTube, but you know, I know YouTube moves a little slower than TikTok. But let me say this, man. This is the funny part, is that thank you guys at TikTok. I appreciate you. I'm gonna try to read your comments. I'm just, you know, I got to go off on my rant for a minute. There's people who speak on the culture, right? Like they speak on the culture of hip hop, but they don't even know hip hop culture. That's what's so funny to me. Like today I was watching a video where a guy was comparing Drake's rollout to Trump. And I said, there were some parts that I like kind of like was like, okay, that's similar. Possibly. And you know, did you guys hear about the White House? You guys hear about the White House? How the White House posted the glove right here with the Trump. I don't want to say it because you know this is TikTok, and I know liberals run this social media platform. I watched those debates, those political debates with Dean and all them guys. I watched those political debates. And I'm like, yo, man, this guy don't get flagged for talking about that stuff. I say less than half of what he says in my lives be getting flagged. This guy be talking about all kinds of craziness and his stuff don't get flagged. So it's like, oh, I can tell who TikTok is on, what side they're on. So yeah, I got to be careful with certain things I say. But the White House put up the Drake symbol, right? And try to play off the whole Iceman thing. Crazy, right? Crazy. And so now we got people who are in politics or who study politics or something like that. And now they're trying to compare the Drake rollout to Trump's rollout. Crazy. Yano One says White House was what was that you said? Yeah, White House was tough for that. Yeah. We'll see if some people got mad about that. Some people actually got upset about that and said that they wanted Drake to like say that he had no ties to the White House for that, for what they were pumping. But I'm just like, yo, man, who are the interns over there? That's interesting. You know, they're all bumping Drake over there. Drake had a better rollout with CLB, Certified Lover Boy, Eek says on ESPN. This rollout's pretty good. You know why I'm going to say this rollout I think is possibly better? Because for this rollout, thank you, Love Life, for the rose. I really appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Any little bit helps to make some money on the stream. I would like to raise at least about $100 on the stream if possible, because I need to not only pay some bills, but I need to drop an album. So if you guys on YouTube, you'll probably see that. There's the Cashapp and the PayPal and Instagram. Make sure you guys hit that up if you guys can. Any little bit helps. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me say this real quick. I'll leave this up for a second so you guys could donate. Thank you for the likes coming in. We hit over 1,000 likes on TikTok, so I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys so much. What was I saying, man? Oh yeah, the rollout. I agree with you on that, 92284K. Anybody who consistently drops music, or that could just go with anything. Anything that you do consistently, you will soon get good at. That's why I consistently drop these YouTube videos, and we'll see where they go. But the point that I'm making, though, on top of that, though, and let's get some more likes coming in on YouTube. But the point I'm making on top of that is, though, I feel like this rollout is better because he pretty much dropped a music video for every song. Like, when has that been done? Like, I remember Kendrick's rollout because I pretty much studied it. I mean, now I feel like I got to go back and look it up again. But Kendrick's rollout, yes, thank you. Thank you. IDEC 99901, if I said your name right. It's because I'm a real hip hop head, man. I study this. I study this game, and I've been studying it for a long time. With Kendrick, if I remember correctly, I think the battle happened, right? And then after the battle, and then Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, and then Drake kind of like backed down. I said this on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? I said this on TMZ, yo. And Kendrick like backed down, and he was just like, oh yeah, you know what? Or Drake, I'm sorry. Drake backed down, and Drake was just like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm good. You probably got like 100 more songs that you're going to come out with. That's kind of the reason why I feel like what Drake is doing right now is in some ways somewhat petty, because it's like, yo, man, you should have came with this energy when Kendrick was coming at you. But it was like, oh, okay. He backed out the battle. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good. Man down is what he said. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, like I was saying to y'all earlier, he let him have his moment. He's like, yo, man, all right, go ahead, have your moment. Not Like Us. You're winning Grammys. You got the video. You got the city of Compton, LA, everybody up in the video. You're doing it. It was like he let him have his moment, right? And I want to read some of your comments, man. I just don't want to lose my train of thought. But then I think Drake comes back now, and now this is Drake's moment. This is Drake's moment now. But I feel like the shots that he's taking at Kendrick, like when he was like, oh, I listened to your last album. I listened to that hoe. It was mid, skip, mid, skip. Iceman was his response to Remember Everyone. Yes, exactly. 20 versus 1. I completely agree with that. Yeah, I mean, he went after everybody. I mean, I have a list right here. You won't be able to see it on TikTok, but I can put this on YouTube. Let's pull up the list. He went after. I have a list of all the people that he went after. I have the names right here for the most part. The main names. There's probably some that I might be missing here, but you guys tell me. We have Kendrick Lamar, of course. ASAP Rocky. Yo, where's she at? Yo, where's she at? Yo, where's she at? That's my, hey, yo, that song's a banger right there. You bump that in the car? Yo, where's she at? Yo, where's she at? Yo, man, listen, I'm rocking Compton right here. I got to tell you, man, we got to give respect to where respect is due. Thank you for the likes coming in. Thank you, guys. Let's get a few more likes on YouTube if we can, man. It helps the algorithm and helps push the algorithm out there. So if we can get a few more likes on there, that would be great, guys. Thank you, guys. I thank you guys for tuning in with me, too, today. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here. Thank you. So, yeah, man, anyways, where's she at? Yo, where's she at? We have ASAP Rocky. DJ Khaled. A lot of people have shouted this out, and I'm actually glad that I got a chance to, like, sit with the album for a minute a few times. I actually got a chance to, like, really sit with it, right? And I got to say that the Iceman album, shout out B Lover for the follow. I appreciate you. I got to say that the Iceman Lover or Iceman, I'm sorry, I got your name confused with what I'm thinking here. But yeah, B Lover, shout you out. Thank you. Iceman. It's a great album, man. And I feel like it's getting better with time. That's where the word love came into me, because I was just thinking like, man, I think that this is possibly one of my favorite Drake albums. Like, now that I think about it, like, I like Drake, man. I've been listening to Drake, like I said, before he was famous. And I got to tell you, out of all the albums that he has come with, I feel like this is one of my favorite albums by Drake. There's some other things. Yeah, R Billion says, thank you. Hey, you're welcome. I'm going to say this, that I also think, I'm kind of like, I like a lot of people, some people, not a lot of people, but maybe most people that are into real hip hop would say, I like the old Drake. Thank Me Later, that type of stuff. I like the songs on that record, or that album, shall I say. Everybody says record now. Oh, that's a good record. That's a good record. I don't understand that. We used to call an album a record, and that's a song. I didn't call it a record. People were like, oh, that's a good record. What the heck are they talking about, man? It's song. That's a good song. Thank Me Later, I like that record. Maybe because I buy vinyl. I still buy vinyl to this day. So that's why we look at it. Thank you, Amy, for the universe. I appreciate you. Thank you. People on YouTube are probably like, what the heck are you talking about, man? When you say thank you for the universe, or thank you for it, because they're giving me gifts on TikTok. That's what it is, man. Get hyped to it. Get hyped to it. Catch up, YouTube. Yo, thank you for the likes coming in. Can we get a few more likes on YouTube, yo? If you want me to keep going on YouTube, please tell me. Thank you guys, man. I've been going for 30 minutes right now ranting. If you guys want to hear more of these rants, please let me know. So, and I see some of y'all jumping in the queue. I'm going to let some of y'all tell your thoughts in just a minute. But if you guys are coming with some weird hip hop takes, I may have to cut it. So don't get upset. Don't get upset. Don't hate. But, everybody's usually pretty cool. But it's just like, yo. All right, let's check some of the comments real quick, man. Sal says that Iceman is album of the year. We're going to see, man. It's already slated to win I wouldn't say Grammys yet. I'm sure it should get nominated because of the noise that he has made over the weekend. But some people will probably say, oh, well, he's doing that because he dropped all of these albums. He dropped what? What was it? We actually took the time to count. Like I said, people were jumping on my stream and jumping on other streams and jumping back on my streams. Like, yo, y'all are still on it? Yes. We're still on this. 43 songs. So we said, okay, you dropped 43 songs. Yeah, there's a high possibility that he's going to take over the industry. Or not just that he's going to take over the industry, but there's a high possibility that he's going to take over the Billboard charts. And he's already beat Kendrick. It's funny how some people don't even want to admit this. 140 million streams, allegedly, in one day, whereas Kendrick did 74 million. Janice, STFU, shut the F up, reaches number 2 on the US Spotify chart with 2.3 million streams in just a day or two. So he's already dominating on the streaming platforms right now. But let's do this though, because I come from this generation too. Let's not compare it to Michael Jackson, even though I know that he's wearing the Michael Jackson glove. Zeke says it's opening weekend. If you're talking about, yes, it's opening weekend. Thank you for the likes coming in. I appreciate you. Let's see if we can get it to 2,000. The more likes we have, the more people that can jump in here. And I might play something in a minute and let you guys chat amongst yourselves. But yes, man, he's already doing it. But like I said, we cannot compare this to Michael Jackson. Now, did he probably purposely release this album after the movie dropped and riding that wave and then building his own wave on top of that wave? Possibly. Genius rollout strategy. You see, this is the other thing I've noticed, is that now we are going back and we're watching the other promotions and other rollouts that he has dropped, yo. I got things coming up now in my algorithm, in my feed, which are now showing me, you know what I'm saying? They're showing me old videos, not old videos, but maybe videos that came out almost a year ago now, right before he was getting ready to drop the album. And I was like, oh, how did I miss this? What did I miss? What did I miss? I was like, how did I miss this, man? But now I'm like, oh, okay, now I see. Now I see what he was doing. Like when he dropped the song, What Did I Miss? Remember, everybody came out and started clowning him. Everybody was kind of clowning like, yeah, Drake is dropping this track. Whatever, man. Like Kendrick won the battle, man. But now I see he was strategizing, which is probably something that he learned from Kendrick. Because Kendrick was obviously strategizing. Because wasn't Drake like trying to clown him for Kendrick taking so long? Where he was like, drop, 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 drop. Remember that? And like I said, man, let's keep the likes coming in so we can still get the people coming in and get the people going. Same thing with y'all on YouTube, yo. He was all doing the drop, drop, drop. But then I think he understood that Kendrick was preparing the whole time. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Only 2 songs were good, Cyrus says. Which 2 songs? Thank you, Ade Kune. If I said your name right, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name from here, but thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Edo Kono, thank you. Yeah, the whole drop, drop, drop thing, man. And then he probably was like, oh, now I see why Kendrick wasn't dropping right away. Kendrick wasn't dropping right away because he was strategizing. So now I see that Drake was just strategizing. And like a lot of people said, that's good, man. He took time to sit with it and he took time to think. He took the time to sit with it and he took the time to think. And he said to himself, all right, man, I'm going to have to go after this guy. I'm going to have to go after that guy, which is what I said again to y'all. Burning Bridges is one of my favorite songs. OVO Andre says that this album is amazing. Well, of course you do, because your name is OVO. Your profile name says OVO. So what do y'all think? Let me ask you guys a question. Well, like I said, man, as I let it marinate, I feel like this album is actually getting better with time. Like, the more I listen to it, the more I like it. I'm going to be honest with you. With GNX, I was like, it's a good album. But was I listening to it all the time? Does it have replay value to me? No. Hold on for a second, y'all. But Good Kid, Mad City? Good Kid, Mad City definitely does, man. Good Kid, Mad City definitely has a lot of replay value for me. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Shout you out. I would play the songs right now, but I'm on YouTube too, so I don't want to get the video flag, you know? But yes. Zeke says GNX was literally the rolling top 50 top for the year, huh? Cuba Rodriguez, power to you, brother, too, as well. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Yo, man. I think Drake made us all think, especially those of us that are in the record industry. And this is one point I definitely wanted to say before I forget. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. This is definitely a point that I want to make here. Is that Drake's rollout, like, look, because of the internet and because of Spice or Spotify, Iceman classics or new classics, you said Iceman is great. I agree with you. Well, we'll see with time, but yeah. Thank you again, Cuba Rodriguez, if I said your name right, or Rodriguez. I don't think it's a 7 out of 10. I think it's more than a 7 out of 10. But my point is this, though, man. With the age of the internet and with what's going on, a lot of people have been just dropping albums. Like, they'll just maybe put out a couple videos, and then all of a sudden they'll just be like, all right, boom, I'm going to drop my video, right? But what I think is that after Drake just did what he did, I believe that he changed the game. I really do feel that he changed the game. V-Talk says trash and you're from the 6. So you're from Canada. What part of Canada are you from? Because look, what I'm talking about is this, and let me pull this back up on the YouTube. We're looking at the charts. The charts that he sold more than any other rapper, really. I mean, we could say other rappers that probably sold, but did he outperform Kendrick? What was it? GNX album with the streams? Now, see, this is the other thing, too, I want to say real quick, is that if Kendrick would have put Not Like Us on GNX, he probably would have got way more streams on the album. I'm going to tell you right now, I think that was a mistake that Kendrick did. Kendrick made that mistake by not putting Not Like Us on GNX. I think if Kendrick would have put Not Like Us on GNX, and where you could just stream the whole album from beginning to end, and then Not Like Us, which we all can agree is one of Kendrick's best tracks and one of the best diss songs, I believe that he probably would have did more numbers. And see, that's where Drake came through. Nah, it doesn't fit GNX. So what, you're gonna tell me that Turn the TV Off is a better fit? I mean, they're pretty much the same song. He could have put it somewhere. Nah, he could have put it somewhere, man. He could have put it. I think Not Like Us belonged on GNX. In like the top 5. In the top 5 tracks. He could have put it like track number 2, track number 3. That's where I would go, and I would redo that album. I feel like he could have easily did that. He could have easily have done that. I do agree. Turn the TV Off is the best song on ever. I don't know about ever, but it's definitely one of the best songs on that album. Now, do I feel that and that's cool too because it's a Mustard beat. And if you go back and you listen to Drake's lyrics, Drake actually says on one of his songs, which one was it? Too hard for the radio or whatever. He basically says, "Yo, Mustard, like, hey, you ain't had a hit since," and I was like, "God, that's not true, man. Not Like Us was pretty dope. That was a hit." And TV Off is a hit too. I don't think it's his best song ever. If you want to go to Kendrick, that's the best song on that album. I'll agree with you. That's the best song on GNX. I don't think that that's the best song ever that Kendrick has done. If you ask me, and I'm a hardcore Kendrick fan, if you ask me what are the best songs that Kendrick has ever done, I would say that would have to go on Good Kid, Mad City. We could pick a few songs on Good Kid, Mad City. Money Trees, B-Word, Don't Kill My Vibe, Swimming Pools, Mad City. I mean, there's others too, but those are like the top ones that come to my mind. Let's not forget the track that he had with Drake, Poetic Justice. There's a bunch of classics on Good Kid, Mad City. So let's not forget that. But yeah, man. And there was one track I wanted to speak on real quick on those lists. Money Trees. Somebody actually said, and thank you for the likes coming in. Yay, we just hit over 2,000. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all on TikTok, man. Thank you guys for the support. If you guys like these topics and these discussions, please tell me and I'll keep them going. You know what I mean? I'll keep these streams going, you know? It'd be great to be able to make money off of this and travel around the world, you know, or enough money to travel around the world doing this. That's what we're working towards. All right, I see some of y'all in the queue to get on. I'm gonna put you guys on in a minute. Thank you for the likes coming in on YouTube too as well. I appreciate y'all. Yo, I want to say this real quick too before I forget. Money Trees, right? The song by Kendrick that's on Good Kid, Mad City. Now, if you go back, because like I said, I've actually had a little bit of time to sit with the album and focus. If you go back and you listen to the the Shut the F Up Janice, the sweet sweet baby, baby, knows JD says maybe a better album than Damn. You know what? I never really liked Damn. That wasn't really my favorite albums by Kendrick. That wasn't one of my favorite albums, and I know a lot of people like Damn. But that was actually like one of my least favorite albums by Kendrick, which is interesting. I like the raps. I just don't know if I really like the beats. But he had some stuff on there. Mr. Morale, I think, is the one that has a lot of questions. But to go back to Drake, the Janice. Shut the F up, Janice. Sweet, sweet baby. Na, 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 beep, beep, baby. Yo, man. What he was talking about when he said, y'all go to the hood and sell turkeys on camera and then go back to the hills. Woo! I don't know if that was about Jim Jones. I don't know if that was about, because Jim Jones did that. I don't know who that was about, but I said, yo, man, whoever that's about, that line was tough. That line was tough. And then if you watch the video, the fact that he said that line in front of all the Ferraris with the hot chick, and it's like, yo, like I ain't even out here giving out turkeys. Like I'm rich and I ain't like, just the way he said it. It's like, it's hard to explain, but I think I know what he meant. It was like, yo, man, I'm rich and I don't go to the hood and hand out turkeys on camera to try to pretend like I'm giving back to the people. Get out of here, man. I'm in the hills, chilling in the hills. Shout out Austin for the universe. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. he had to address certain things. I just wish he would have addressed it a little sooner. But let me make sure you hear me okay. But maybe that was part of his goal. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, let me just fix this mic real quick. Maybe that was just part of his goal. All right, maybe I'm gonna play one thing, and then I'm gonna jump on. We're gonna take some calls. All right, we're gonna take some calls. So make sure you guys get in the queue. I'm gonna talk to a few of y'all. Let me know what you guys think. Let me play this thing real quick. Take a short break, and then we're gonna come back with some calls. You guys can listen in on TikTok. You won't be able to hear on or you won't be able to see it on TikTok because I'm going through the app. But on YouTube, if you want to tune into YouTube, it's beatGrade all around too, by the way. You see my title right here, my profile name, beatGrade, BEATGRADE, like you grade a paper in school, beat, like a music beat, beatGrade, that's all one word. You can Cashapp me, PayPal me, that's $ beatGrade. Yeah, where y'all can see right here. You can hit me on the YouTube too if you guys need the reference. But let's go ahead and play one thing. It's probably going to get flagged, but who cares? Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Actually, there was one take on here that was really weird that I think you guys should hear. I'm going to pull this up. Yeah. There was one take on here where this guy was comparing Drake's rollout to Trump. He's like supposedly some psychiatrist or some psychology doctor. And he was talking about how Drake's rollout is very similar to Trump. And I'm like, all right, this was an interesting take. I don't know if I really agree with what he was saying, but give me a second while I grab a few things and you guys listen to this, just so we can have a better understanding of what's going on here and what we are talking about. Give me a moment. I'll be right back with you guys on TikTok and a few others. Hold on.
Says, I definitely didn't cry. How much
see if you guys can hear this.
cordial together, where really they need each other. McConnell needed Trump to properly destroy this country and destroy the Civil Rights Act, right? All of the Republican ghouls needed Trump. He was a useful tool for peeling back progress and sending us back into the 1920s. That was their goal, and they needed someone to do that. Well, that was after a lot of the trouble. Voice. It really is a special thing. It's a special gift that he has. Elizabeth Taylor had purple eyes. Unbelievable. Drake has that voice. That recognizable voice that is somehow soft and firm at the same time, that is like cutting, that is... It's an amazing tool, and I think he uses it super well. So, let's get into the album, shall we? Let's get off with the first Make. Make Them Cry. I haven't recorded inside the den for a while. My family's out doing some groceries. Have you liked the video yet? God damn it. Like the video. Smash the like bucket. Subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2 plaques. I'm trying to get to 200,000 subscribers, and I don't have them yet. So give them to me. Make them subscribe to you. Make them cry. This song is such a psych out. I don't know if you watch Culture United on Justin Hunt's channel, The Company Man. It is, in my opinion, the best rap roundtable show. I mean, I like rap roundtable as well quite a bit. I love dead end hip hop, you know, but I love Culture United. I am on there sometimes, so maybe I'm biased. But they've been talking a lot about, like, what do they want from this album? And they've been mostly saying, I want emotional honesty and truth from Drake. To which I've responded, where would that come from? He does not possess that skill. He does not have the insight. He only loves his bed and his mother, and he is sorry. That's his greatest artistic contribution to the world, is telling them that he is asleep. So why would it? And yet we have this song where he shows he is capable of looking inward. And then he doesn't do it again for the rest of the album. One lick, psych. One dig deeper, psych. That's what this was. he talks about his family in this lyrically complicated and kind of convoluted way. It's almost like my second cousin's mother's son told me I follow rivers. No, it's on the album before this. He's an amazing figure. His talent is his ability at being who he is unmatched. And sometimes he's funny. Okay? Just legitimately funny. Like, we can just say these things, you know? Two things can be true at the same time. Baby, I'm trying to negate the influence of race in culture. And he does this whole thing, like a bunch of fast raps with like, for real. He has like multiple bits in here. Like I can already picture, I'm going to be going to New York City later in the summer. I can already picture, because whenever I drive in, by the time I get to that thing on 95, there's a carriage company. I don't know why it's there. When you get to the carriage company, you can already tune in Hot 97 on your New York radio dial. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be driving to New York City. I live up here in Rochester, New York, or near. And so I'll be going down, and I swear to God, I'm going to hear beep, beep, baby, and I'm going to be so psyched, because that's that thing that he does, while also negating the importance of race in rap music. God damn you, Drake. Then we get to Ran to Atlanta, which is a good song. It's a good song. It's a good Fiend-style song. Bam, 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 the brass synthesizer, you know, I mean, okay, he's lampshading because he is running to Atlanta while running to Atlanta, you know? If they could have been, they would have been, but they can't. Embarrassment is the only thing I'm getting secondhand. Dude, don't sell yourself short. You're also buying chains and memorabilia from better black artists secondhand, but that's just me. Complete beat change for Future. Hey, remember what Drake was able to do? Find young artists and sap their power to make himself younger? He's doing that with Molly Santana, and I'm here for it. Molly Santana's great on this bit. And oh my God, she's so smart for repeating over and over again until it becomes a meme. Molly Santana, new Hannah Montana. Molly Santana, new Hannah Montana. Like she's totally getting it. This is great. But I am ready for the Holly Santana reign to begin. You know, Iceman is outside for the greater good. That's just the most offensive thing that Drake is doing on this offensive album. No, the white guilt part is just unbelievable. But I mean, like, Drake's doing something interesting here where he's positioning himself as a fighter for the common man and a fighter for hip-hop. And that if this album doesn't succeed, then hip-hop is going to fail. No, it's not true. If Trump doesn't win the 2024 election, someone else will just be president. If hip-hop is not as powerful in the charts, then it just won't be that powerful in the charts. That's just okay. And then we get to a cover of the William Hung song, She Bangs, She Bangs.
You like this take, huh? Yeah, shout out. Let's keep the likes going. You know what I'm saying? You like this take?
I get one joke per.
Yeah, he had an interesting take, man. I didn't really get a chance to get to the part to where he was talking about Trump. Hold on. Where he was comparing the rollout of Trump to Drake's rollout. I didn't really get a chance to talk about that yet. But I will say that this is an interesting take. He brought up some good parts that we can cover real quick in this chapter. He brought up, let's not dance over this part. Let's make sure we point this part out. Where he talked about him buying memorabilia of famous black celebrities who came before him. But let's not also forget how he brought up the fact that he sucks. Basically, he almost kind of said that he sucks the souls from the younger artists and takes their energy so he can still remain relevant. This person right here who said this is obviously a Drake hater. And I think he actually admitted that he's a Drake hater. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me make sure I'm here. You guys can hear me okay? Want to make sure, okay. We're streaming live, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget to follow beatGrade, send some likes. Let me know in the chats what you guys think. What's up on YouTube, man? What's up on YouTube? Let's get a few more likes on YouTube. Shout that out, yo. What's up? Thank you, TikTok, for you guys. We're at over 2,000 likes on TikTok. Let's see if we can get it to 5,000. See if we can get it to Audi 5,000. But yeah, man. Hannah Montana, not what was it? Molly Santana, not Hannah Montana. Molly Santana, not Hannah Montana. Molly Santana, not Hannah Montana. I thought that was trash when I first heard it, to be honest with you. But now I understand. Now I understand what they meant when or what she meant. I can't even tell if that's a boy or a girl. Like, what an androgynous figure. I cannot even tell. Holly Montana or Montana 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 Santana Montana Papana. Where was it? Should we play it real quick? We'll just play that line real quick. Holly Montana, I'm not gonna. Holly Montana, Montana. Yeah, when I first heard that, I thought that was whack. What an interesting person. But did you see that Drake already shouted them out? Drake said that this is the new rapper to watch. Let me see. I can pull it up real quick. I'll pull it up real quick for y'all. And we about to go in right now, man. I'm feeling it now, yo. I'm about to go in on this subject. I know we were just getting started earlier. We were just getting started. I'm gonna go through all the pictures. I know I went through it on some other streams, but this is a different stream, so I'm gonna go through it on this stream. Molly Santana, not Hannah Montana. I don't know. It sounds like just another Playboy Cardi to me. Or an early Playboy Cardi. Thank you for the likes coming in. I appreciate y'all, man. It sounds like just like another, like an early Playboy Cardi. All right. Let's get a couple people up in here, man. Eek, let's see. You've been in the comments, man. Let me put you on. Eek. Are you there? Did I hit you? Maybe we must have missed you. I like that profile picture. Let's see if we can get that. See if we can take a few calls. All right, maybe you guys must have hit up later or something, and maybe it might have expired on some of you guys. Let's see. Check. Think it's going through. Let's see. Holly Montana, not Santa Montana. Hopefully we're still good on the Wi-Fi. You guys can hear okay and everything, right? Because it looks like it's trying to pick you up. I don't know what's going on. Who turned his phone off? Did somebody turn their phone off? You said bro turned his phone off? All right. Let's see here. I don't know what's going on, man. You guys can still hear okay, right? I'm trying to take there was like 10 people up in the queue. I don't know, maybe they signed on earlier. Yo, yeah, the Khalid. I'm glad you brought that up. Shout out Jamal. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, man, the Khalid diss was so interesting. That one right there was like, yo, they still waiting for a free I probably can't even say it. I'm not even gonna say it right here. But yeah, man, the fact that they had that going on and Khalid was just like, yo, I wonder about that, because wasn't there a situation where Khalid was about to drop, DJ Khalid, he was about to drop a album, and he was like pumping it up on social media, and he was saying like, yo, Drake is on this, all these other people are on this. Get some light up in here. you know, he was like saying like basically like all these people are on this, you know what I'm saying? Including Drake. And then all of a sudden Drake was like, nah, I ain't on that. I ain't on that album. And then Khaled had to like scratch it. And then somebody was talking about how DJ Khaled always goes to the record labels. He's always at the record companies. And he's always asking for more money because he has Drake on the album. Yo, I'm gonna skip this. Sorry that I had it on this image of this weird person. Who knows? Maybe this will turn out to be a dope rapper. I don't know. But yeah, that's a cool image right there with the doors up and with her legs up. For you, those of you that are on TikTok, you guys can't see this right now, but I'm also streaming on YouTube. We have a dope. We're looking at the Ran to Atlanta video, or the screenshots, shall I say? More so the screenshots. How you guys doing today, man? What's good? Hold on. It's BBB Chi. Shout you out. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yo, you said you still listening? So I'm assuming it's not. You're still listening. I'm assuming that it's not what? Yo, somebody said, I feel that Iceman was better out the three. I'll say this real quick, man. I think that Drake should have never dropped. He should have never dropped the other two albums, man. He should have just dropped Iceman and let people focus on that. I don't know why he decided to drop those two other albums, Habibi and Maid of Honor. I think that he dropped those other two albums because he was trying to like say like, hey man, I'm just gonna flood the market with like some music and show y'all I got the hits for the summer, and people are gonna catch up to this later. Because didn't Drake, if we also don't forget, didn't he drop like 400 gigs of music on the internet during the battle? I think he did that, right? He dropped like 400 gigs of music, and nobody really cared. Nobody cared. Everybody was just like, oh, whatever. Because I guess everybody was just riding the Kendrick wave at that time. And I'll say this, to credit Drake, to give him some credit, he was smart. 100 gigs. Red G says, hey, I'm just wondering. I didn't say that was what I said. Wasn't it around 400 gigs? I didn't say it was exactly 400 gigs, but 100 gigs. How many songs was it though? I think maybe that's what it was. He had like over 400 songs. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm wondering. How many songs was it? But I'll say this though, man. He dropped all those songs, I remember, at that time. And this was like kind of like when the beef with Kendrick was still hot, right? And then all of a sudden it was like he just like went quiet for a minute. Everybody was like, yo, is Drake all right? Is Drake all right? And then that's when we saw the videos trending on TikTok. And thank you for the likes coming in on TikTok if we can get a few more. We saw the videos trending on TikTok and all that and social media of him in Australia. Remember, he went to Australia for a minute and he was just like, yo, I'm going to go to Australia and I'm just going to promote this and push this. Right? And so it was dope. Like it worked. It worked for a minute. He was just like, I'm in Australia. I'm doing the tour. Like, wasn't that during the whole Super Bowl thing too? If you think about it, like when Kendrick was doing the Super Bowl, Drake was in Australia. So he's like, I mean, he was already out of the country anyways. And we're going to get into the Spotify thing in just a second. But he was already out of the country anyways. Why Kendrick was doing the Super Bowl. I mean, this is why Jay-Z got mentioned in one of the songs. Or he didn't mention it, but, you know, subliminal disses. 92284K says, imagine being that, yeah, you know, that sucks. But hey, Kendrick did it with the music though, man. He sure made noise with that microphone. I'll say that. Yeah, man. I mean, whew. I gotta tell y'all, man. Let's see if one of you guys are still on. All right, so maybe we had some people that were up on here earlier that were trying to jump on, but he owed his label 3 albums. He now can leave because he don't F with them anymore. You know what, G? That's a great point, man. That's why your name is G. And that's why I'm glad you guys are here, man. So I can also read the comments coming in. Somebody else just dropped in the comments. ZLW, yo, W stream. I appreciate you, fam. I'm doing it. I'm doing it well. Yo, if we can get a few more likes coming in too, man, that'd be great. W stream, I feel it too. Yo, the homie Maud Heshawn says album is fire. Or shall I say ice? Yo, man, I feel that. But yo, one of the cats right there, I appreciate you, man. You made a great comment that I did hear earlier, and that's why I said I love doing these, because you guys get me thinking and help me to remember certain things. And you're right. He had a deal with his albums or his label, supposedly UMG, where he was expected to drop 3 more albums. Trying to fix that lighting real quick. Yeah, he was expected to drop 3 more albums, man. So maybe he just dropped these 3 albums so he could get out of his contract. Yo, how crazy would that be? That we all know that Iceman is the real album, and thank you for the likes coming in again. But like, we all know that Iceman is the real album, right? And that he just said like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna drop this album, Iceman, which is gonna allege all the beef, all this, all that, right? And then all of a sudden it's like he drops these other 2 albums that are just like dance albums and party albums. So now it makes me wonder, like, wow, you actually just have me like help me guys, man, you can just help me think. What if, hold on, let me take a sip of my shot. Yo, where's she at? Yo, where's she at? Yo. You got me thinking. You got me thinking. Cheers, yo. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Happy Sunday. First weekend of Drake dropping Iceman, Habibi, Maid of Honor. Let's see what happens. Are we in a moment of history? We could possibly be in a moment of history right now. No, we are. We are. That's what Red G says. So he took the whole charts. That's what I've heard other people say. He flooded the market so he could control the charts. But let me say this, though, man. Where's she at? Yo, where's she at? Your baby mama ain't post your single. Yo, the album Iceman is a dope album. It's a very dope album. But there's a possibility, right? There's a possibility that he just dropped these other 2 albums like, yo, this is on Universal. Let me get out of my contract. F y'all. Like, these other 2 albums I don't even care about. If you listen to those other 2 albums, a lot of people have agreed that a lot of those songs are mid on those other 2 albums. But let me say this. For the most part, Drake is pretty smart. He's pretty smart. And there's a possibility that he just put out the other 2 albums of throwaway beats or throwaway tracks. That's what we call them, because, you know, I'm a producer too. That's what we call them with production. We say throwaway beats. So there's a possibility. Thank you again for you guys tuning into the beatGrade show. I really appreciate you. I'm your host, beatGrade. This is the beatGrade show, so definitely send some likes. I don't know. Oh yeah, I see some of y'all talking about MJ. We're gonna get into MJ in a minute. And remind me about the glove. For those of you that are still tuned in, if you want to hear me speak about that, make sure you remind me about the glove, because I want to talk about the glove, because obviously there's a lot of people, or I won't say a lot of people, but obviously there's some people out there who don't like the fact that he took a picture with Michael Jackson's glove. And allegedly or supposedly, or it's maybe not allegedly or supposedly, but this is Michael Jackson's glove. This glove belongs to Michael Jackson. Here, let me remove this right here. Yeah, this glove right here. For those of you, well, you can see it on TikTok too as well. I have this image up at least. This glove right here shows that not only is he trying to say, oh, he's the next Michael Jackson, or that he is Michael Jackson, but he is also showing that this is the glove that he purchased from an auction, where I believe they said he paid about $125K for it. And some people wanted to debate me on that. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. I looked it up. It was $125,000, which I think is still a good amount of money to pay for a glove. But it was the glove that belonged to Michael Jackson. Did he perform with this glove? I don't know. I don't know if he performed in it because it's autographed, and I seriously doubt he performed with a glove that's autographed. Should we go through the takes? And you guys heard Timberland is even gone up there, and he has said that he feels that the Shut the F Up, Janice, the song I talked about, is one of Drake's best songs, and that this song will be a certified classic. That's what he went on to say. Yeah, this picture right here. You can't see it on other streaming platforms, but you can see it on YouTube, hopefully. So yeah, man. I mean, you guys tell me, man. We're gonna talk about the glove. Let's just jump into the glove since we're right here. There was a few other things. I know I'm jumping. There's so much to cover here, man. There's so much to cover. So you guys tell me what you want to cover or what you want to talk about. But yeah, I also think, as we were talking earlier, the 3 albums. He dropped the 3 albums because you're right. He wanted to get out of his contract, I think. If he still had his contract with Universal Music, who he knows who he was beefing with, who coincidentally is also on the same label as Kendrick Lamar, your arch nemesis, the person who you're battling, you're on the same label with them. And the president or chairman or CEO of the record company is giving high fives to Dr. Dre in your demise, while this man is calling you a PDF on stage and winning Grammys for it. Shout out ZLHWC, if I said your name right. You said, bro, dropped that much money for a glove. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And you know what's funny is that I was saying this the other night on TikTok, And everybody on TikTok was trying to debate, like, no, he had to pay at least $1 million for it. I'm like, $100,000, over $100,000 is actually a lot of money to spend on a glove. That's actually a lot of money. Shout you out, man. If you guys can shout out, man, give some more likes. Let's get a few more likes coming in. So we can get some more people up in here. Shout y'all out. What's good? Tell me what city and state you guys are in too, man. Those of you that are still with us. Tell me the city and state. Hold on. Shout you out. Happy Domingo. Let me read the comments. Michael Jackson better, huh? Beep, beep, baby. Ski, ski, baby. That song's like stuck in my head right now. Hold on. Thank you for the likes coming in. Thank you. Yeah, we're just streaming live right now. Thank you guys for the likes, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Can you guys hear me okay on YouTube too as well? I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. I'm assuming you can because I do see some of the comments coming in. Yo, let me tell you something, man. This rollout right here is somewhat genius, man. And if he said, yo, these other 2 albums I don't give a crap about, these are throwaway tracks, these are tracks that I just recorded for the fun of it, but you know what, I'm just gonna drop it, and you know, these hoes, they gonna play it regardless, and they gonna twerk to it. That's what I think, man. He's like, yo, I got so many females on locked that these women, they're going to dance to it. They're going to party to it. He dropped this middle of May. So we right here, right before the summer. That's what he's doing, man. Now he's also showing you that he's got the Michael Jackson glove. And he's dropping this right before or right when the Michael Jackson movie drops. The timing, just, man, the videos that dropped, every video, like I'm dropping a video to every song. Okay? Listen, man, I'm going to start covering more deeper topics in hip hop, but I feel like this is a topic that needs to be covered. This is a hip hop topic right here that needs to be covered. Just everything that's happening right here. I mean, this doesn't even matter about hip hop either. Notorious FIG says, interesting name, by the way. Cover the Flatbush Zombies court case. Okay, I love the Flatbush Zombies. Yeah. I'll look at that too, man. I'm from that era of hip hop. But to say that Drake doesn't study that era of hip hop is a lie, because Drake raps over Ninth Wonder beats, and Ninth Wonder's going crazy right now on Twitter. I've been reading Ninth Wonder's tweets. Yo, nobody has even asked Ninth Wonder that, which is interesting now that I think about it. I've been seeing Ninth Wonder go crazy on Twitter right now. Maybe I should tweet him on the stream with y'all right now. Like, let me see if I can go to Ninth Wonder's tweets. I should pull that up. Let's pull up Ninth Wonder's tweets. And if you guys don't know, when Drake was coming up, he was rapping on a bunch of Ninth Wonder beats. And Drake even said that what's his name? Sorry, but not sorry. What's his name? Fonte was Drake's favorite rapper. You know what Fonte is? Fonte's the rapper from Little Brother. Hey yo, we loving it. Hey yo, we loving it. Hey yo, we loving it. Drake said that that's his favorite rapper. If you go back and you listen to early Little Brother, and here I am dropping some knowledge on y'all real quick. I haven't heard a lot of people say this, man. If you go back and you listen to early Little Brother, let me just fix that light real quick. Not only does Drake have a track with Little Brother, but in his early days when he's coming up, he sounds like Fonte. Fonte was doing all of that, like singing and rapping and hitting those melodies and being like, yeah. That, you know, that monotone sound. Fonte's already doing that. Go back and look up Fonte, man. Little Brother, Fonte, look up Loving It. That's probably like one of their best songs. Hey, yo, we loving it. North side, east side, we loving it. Yo, all my peoples, yo, we loving it. That's one of their best songs. But Ninth Wonder, producer, DJ from Little Brother, also does a beat for Jay-Z. I think he was on the Black album. Ninth Wonder is a credible producer. Let's go to his Twitter account. Look, just 2 hours ago. Just 2 hours ago. See, he's tweeting right now. He's active. That's the one thing I like about this Drake album, is that it got everybody active right now. Like, everybody's active. Like people in the business are active. That's what I'm saying. It's not just everybody like that are fans of hip hop. Like, yeah, of course, we're all fans of hip hop. So, of course, we're all active, right? But what I'm gonna say is that it got people in the industry who are making money, who are millionaires, which I am too. But you know what I'm saying? They might be a little bit more famous than me. But hey, I still am out here working, man. Every dollar counts. Every dollar counts. Being a millionaire these days, especially in a major city, is really minimum wage. You should strive to become a millionaire. That's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that on another stream. But, you know, everybody should strive to become a millionaire. But I'm going to say this, yo. We got millionaires, multi-millionaires who are rappers and producers. And they all hype. Everybody's talking about Drake right now. Oh, did you listen to the Drake album? What about this song? What about that song? Oh, what about this? Like, if you didn't even listen to the Drake album, like, you're just like, what? What? Where are you? Like, what planet are you on? Like, what rock are you under? You haven't listened to the Drake album yet? Like, some people have been asking on Twitter, who I used to value their opinion. They were like, oh, should I listen to the Drake album or not? Who's your plug? You must be a Kendrick fan. And that's cool. I'm a Kendrick fan too. But let's just keep it real, man. Let's just keep it real. Can we say that about Drake? Can we say that about Drizzy Drake? Listen. Some people want to bring up the allegations. Let's not bring up the allegations here on this stream. Let's just talk about the music. That's what I want to focus on right here. It's like Michael Jackson. You know, it's like we go and we see the Michael Jackson movie. For those of you that have seen it, don't worry, I'm not going to drop no spoilers. The movie was... No, I'm just kidding. But I'll just say this. We don't need to talk about all of it. We don't need to talk about all of it. I guess that was kind of a spoiler, but whatever. The movie's been out for almost a month now. I'm assuming that you guys have seen it by now. Yo, man. It's like... we don't need to talk about all of it. We don't need to talk about all of it, man. The Michael Jackson. So, some people might say like that's what the whole movie was about, right? For those of you that have seen it, like I said, I'm assuming that most of y'all have seen it by now. I know some people don't care to go to the movies and will wait to be able to stream it. This is a movie you should go see in theaters, but I understand that might not be y'all cup of tea. But I'm assuming if you're watching this channel, you probably have seen the Michael movie. And I will say that we can focus on the music. That's cool, right? Let's focus on the music. So that's what I'm saying right here with Drake. Is that I'm going to focus on the music. That's what this stream is about right now. We're not focusing on all the allegations and this and that, or what else he might have been charged with, or that he did this or he did that, or he's a certified PDF. Bop, 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 bop. Yo, Dot, F him up. Okay, yo. That's the PG-13 version. Yo, that's dope. Man, we can't say that Kendrick wasn't on one on that. But Drake definitely, at this point, yo, if I'm part of Kendrick's team right now, I'm going to say Drake has definitely, or I'm sorry, Kendrick. Sorry, but not sorry. Kendrick has responded. Ricky Rodriguez says, you think after 2015 he hasn't felt inspired, you do feel more energy on Iceman. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Hold on for a second. I agree with you, man. You feel more energy on the Iceman. Yeah, like I said, man, a lot of people have said that they feel that Drake actually got the time to sit down with this album. He probably sorry, I just read a comment that threw me off. ZLWC, what do you mean by your mic is crispy on here? What you mean by that? Here, let's put some people on. Yeah, I'll take some calls in a minute. I think I've been ranting on here for long enough. Here, we'll see who suggests, who wants to come through. Let me know if you guys want to hear some other people on here. Cola Champagne King says the albums are trash. All three of them? Well, look, this is what we just said. If you just jumped in right now, what we said earlier right now is that the other 2 or 3 albums were trash, possibly for a reason. They were possibly trash for a reason because Drake wanted out of his contract. I completely agree with that. I've heard a lot of other people say that. I've heard people say that he wanted out of his contract, and that's why he dropped the other 2 albums. Because let's be honest, man. And let's be honest. He could have just dropped Iceman, right? And Iceman was already a dope album. Thank you, Chad, for the like. I appreciate you. Iceman was already a dope album. I think we all can agree with that. And he knows that. All he needed to do was address what is going on. But then I get it. He probably owed 3 more albums to the label. So he said, I'm going to drop Iceman, and then I'm going to drop these other 2 albums to fulfill my contract with Universal. Yo, so this dude wants to be independent now. I mean, this could be a whole nother video that now that I think about it is making me think of. Isn't it interesting that we are in a time where rappers no longer want to be signed to major labels. Drake and Kendrick have basically just went out and they have exploited the industry. They have exploited the music industry, and what the music industry is all about is that basically now that we have the internet, now that we have the power of streaming, now that we have the power of YouTube, we do not need you anymore. What a powerful statement that a lot of this is proving. That's kind of what I get from the Drake album. I don't just get the beef with Kendrick Lamar and A$AP Rocky and Jay-Z for putting Kendrick on the Super Bowl, which is what a lot of people will say. I don't get that, man. What I get, I mean, that's part of it. Let me rephrase that. That's part of it. But what I also get is I get Drake saying, I no longer want to be part of this industry. I no longer want to be part of this music industry. That's what I get when I listen to this album. And then he's like, oh, all the BS that you guys were playing and all your little industry politics and what you film on social media, and yo, your girl, your baby mama didn't even post your single, and yo, and where's she at and all that. And then also it's like, oh, what did I miss? Oh, you know, which you did miss a little bit, but then he came back with, oh, but then I'm gonna drop these other bangers on you to make you think. And this is the part that I brought up about Kendrick earlier with G and X, and that he should have put Not Like Us on the album. I feel what some of you are saying. Some of you are saying, oh, he should have had Not Like Us on the album. Or no, I'm sorry. I felt that way. He should have had Not Like Us on the album. Some of y'all told me you felt that Not Like Us didn't belong on the album. G and X is what we're talking about. I think that G and X, personally, would have been a stronger album if he put Not Like Us on it. Because let me give you the example if I haven't made it clear yet. I did talk about it earlier, but I don't think I made it clear. Drake went back and did the What Did I Miss, right? I remember hearing that on TikTok, right? I remember seeing that trending. And he did the What Did I Miss? What did I miss? What did I miss, right? And everybody was like, oh, that's a cool song, whatever. Kendrick's hot right now, right? That's what I remember at that time. If you go back on YouTube now, you look at that song came out almost a year ago. So I don't know if he planned it correctly like that or not, but it's interesting to know that song was probably recorded a long time ago before that. But not only was it recorded a long time ago before that, he also did a video to it. And that was his single. That was kind of like the single, right? He dropped the single and he put it out there. But what's really interesting is that now he drops the Iceman album, right? And after he drops the Iceman album, he pretty much does a video for every song. So now we're watching all the videos, right? Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see the psychology here I'm trying to explain here? This is not just, oh, I dropped an album and I did my songs and I'm going to drop another album and I did my songs. This is not that, man. This man went back and studied the psychology, just like Kendrick did. But you see, this is why sometimes battles are good for hip hop, because it makes artists try harder. Because in my personal opinion, Drake came harder now because he had, like Joe Budden say, the boogeyman that came after him. He has the boogeyman. It ain't about money no more. That's great. You sold a lot of records. You made a bunch of money. And you got plaques all on your wall. You see right here, I got plaques on my wall too. I don't know if you guys can see it right there on TikTok. See that right there? That's a YouTube plaque right there on my wall. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got plaques on my wall too. I could put it like that, but I just feel like it looks better right here. I don't want to like sit all the way over here. I should show the YouTube plaque in my video though for TikTok, but whatever. I'll show it later on a different set. It came down to a point where people were like, yo, you got all these plaques. You got all these awards. You got this. You got that. But what's up with the culture, man? Like, what you talking about? Like, what you coming with? And I want to make sure, hopefully, ZLHWC, when you say, yo, your mic is crispy on here, I want to make sure, is that a good thing? I think it's a good thing, right? I want to make sure that you can hear me okay. I hope so. I bought this mic a long time ago because I told you I rap too. I actually use this mic for rapping. And like when I do my raps on this mic too. I bought this mic a long time ago, shall I say. And it's been a blessing to me. I've made my money back on this mic. All the records I've sold and everything I've done with YouTube and all that, I'm very thankful. And thank you guys, too, for the likes and the subscribers coming in. If we can get a few more likes on YouTube. Yo, we had like 2,000 likes on TikTok. Over 2,000 likes. Can we get a few more likes on YouTube? What's good, yo? But I'm going to tell you right now, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad if the mic sounds good. Thank you for the likes coming in. Jack Tripper, like Jack the Ripper, but Jack the Tripper. Jack the Tripper says, not from the culture. He is a guest. I'm assuming you're talking about Drake. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if Drake is a guest because he's black. His dad's black. His father's black. So we can't take that away from him. He's still black. However we want to look at it, we say, oh, he's light skinned, he's this, he's that. No, he's still black. He's still black. And not only that, but he studied Ninth Wonder. He studied Wu-Tang, and that's what I brought up earlier. Oh, yeah, that's what we're supposed to go through. We're looking at Ninth Wonder's tweets right here. Let me see what he's saying right here. Yo, Ninth Wonder is like super active on Twitter. He says right here. Y'all can see this tweet on YouTube right here, but I'm going to read it on TikTok. Thank you for the likes coming in. He says, boy, y'all see Drake and Kendrick's name and be ready to fight. LOL. And don't even read about it. Ready to throw hands. Now, of course, he shouts out damn. Because for those of you that don't know, Ninth Wonder did some production for K-Dot on Damn. So I kind of felt like he's like kind of riding off the Drake and Kendrick thing. And then he's like, oh, and by the way, I'm listening to Damn. That's what I'm listening to. It's like, how are you not listening to the new Drake? And this was another thing I was thinking too, as I remember. Not sure if I brought this up, but I'm glad I just thought of it right now. It's at the right time, you know what I'm saying? The right time, meaning this. Hold on. I wanted to play this one track real quick. Wait up. I just don't want to get the video flag. But here. Drake got that nice Canada sound. You know, I was thinking that, man, but he came with it, man. He basically proved, and Kendrick and all of them have proved, that it's not always just about the money. Like, that's great that you can get rich off of this and that you can make money off of this. And thank you for the comments and everything. Like, everybody, I feel you. Everybody can talk about whatever they want to talk about, but like I said, man, it's really about the fact that he had to drop an album where he had to talk about all the you know, like even when he's talking about his therapist, like, oh, I got to talk to my therapist, but she's too fine. I can't even listen to her because she's so fine. Here, I'll accept some of you guys. Let's see what you guys got to say. Yo. What's good, my man?
Chilling. How's it going?
How you doing? Thank you for joining in on the chat. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. I gotta talk about this new Drake.
Yeah, like everybody, right?
It's viral. It's viral.
As it should be. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts, to be honest, and I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm a Kendrick fan. Like, I was a Kendrick fan before I even liked Drake. But so obviously you know where I was leaning, like, as far as the battle is concerned. But I liked the album. I enjoyed the album. I listened to it about like 3-4 times so far since it dropped. And it's not bad rap music. Anybody telling you it's bad rap music is literally like
Hating?
Just willfully trying to hate it. And like, I think right now the popular thing has become to hate Drake. Like, that is, you hate Drake, that's like the cool thing to do right now. But objectively speaking, it's a good project. I like most of the songs on there.
I appreciate your comment. I agree with you too on that. I like most of the songs on there too, but not just that. The interesting thing is that I think I might have said it earlier, but let me elaborate on it. When I was driving around today and listening to the radio, like, I was like playing my stuff, but I was like, you know, let me just check what's on the radio, even though I don't listen to the radio that much. And I just thought it was interesting that they wasn't playing no Drake. And I was just like, yo, like, this is the hottest album out right now of the weekend. And the fact that the radio stations are not playing Drake was just crazy to me.
Well, listen, I will say, man, no ruler reigns forever. And although this is a good album, I even liked For All the Dogs. I like
Shout
that.
out Adrian,
and what's funny is,
yeah, there's a couple songs on there I like.
Yeah. I like later Drake. I didn't like early Drake. I still don't listen to Take Care and So Far Gone. Like, I'm not really a fan of his.
I like Take Care.
work.
I mean, Fancy was a classic, man. You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy,
Yeah,
huh?
but I mean, like, that's when he ran the radio.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I used to listen to the radio back then, and I would go from one station to playing a Drake song. I go to another station to playing another Drake song. Like, it was impossible to escape this dude. So back then, I really did not like Drake. Like, I was like, nah, bro, enough of this dude. Like, seriously. I think it was like, if you're reading this, it's too late. That's when I started to, like, okay, I could vibe with some of this stuff, but I don't know if he's blackballed. I don't know what it is.
I think he's blackballed right now. I think he's blackballed right now for sure.
Yeah, I mean, maybe also people really just are forcing themselves to just hate it, or maybe people just don't like it. That's another thing too. It's like, if you don't like it, like, okay, fine, whatever. But like, I'm not trying to force people to like it, but it's not bad to me. Like, I think there's some bangers on there. There's definitely some workout joints on there. There's definitely some just like some stuff you could just bump in the whip. I think he did a solid job. And as far as him addressing the beef, I want this to continue. I'm a Kendrick fan, diehard. This thing is not over.
Where are you located at?
I'm in New York.
Oh wow, what part of New York?
Mount Vernon.
Okay, word. Yeah, shout out Mount Vernon.
Sure.
I'm in LA, so that's
Okay,
dope.
shout out LA. What part of LA?
I'm right here in Compton right now, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
So I'm a Kendrick fan for sure.
Of course.
But I mean, like we've been repping LA even before Kendrick. I mean, Kendrick's always been out there, but it's like when Kendrick came up, I remember we was like, yo, we knew he was gonna be next. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us already knew that when he came out with the what was it, Section 80, ADHD.
Yeah.
So shout out Iceman for the follow. This must be a Drake fan for sure. But no, I feel you on the point. What radio station were you with? You said
I was with Hot 97 and Power 105.1.
Was that when Ebro and all them was there?
Yep. Laura Styles, Ebro, Cypher Sounds, Rosenberg. That was Hot 97, and then Breakfast Club with Charlamagne.
Yeah.
Angelique Yee, back when Angelique Yee was up there.
Of course, I met Angelique Yee a few times. She came out.
Okay.
She came out to LA to do a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you know what's up. I appreciate you, man, for jumping on.
I'm not a Drake fan. I'm a hip hop.
I gotta check you out, man. Right? I gotta
yes,
check you out because you sound like you know what's up.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Compton for everything y'all contributed. West Coast, G-Funk.
Thank you,
I mean, bro,
yeah.
where do we begin?
I mean, I'm just like, LA all around. Like, we can't forget, like, thank you. Like, but it's also like, you got some cats coming out of West LA. You got cats coming out of Venice Beach, like Dilated Peoples. They're the ones that kind of put Kanye West on. A lot of people forget that, man. Dilated Peoples is like the first group that put really Kanye on a major platform. People forget Kanye used to want to be signed to Capitol Records, and Dilated underground group from LA. They was already signed to Capitol at the time, and they put him. And Kanye did a beat for them, "Walk This Way." So people forget that's L.A. too. But to take it back to the Drake thing, you're right. Like with Kendrick, that's just interesting too because that's why I asked where you was from because of course in the West Coast everybody's rocking with Kendrick, but East Coast, Midwest is kind of like half and half,
Yeah, you got a lot of Kendrick haters out here. You got a lot of Drake
Of course,
haters
it's
out
LA.
here. It's whatever.
You still, I think still to this day, man, like you said, it ain't over with Kendrick and Drake. I think still to this day, it's still a battle between Tupac and Biggie. Still to this day.
Yeah, I mean, it never ends.
It's like East Coast, West Coast still.
Yeah, I think, bro, but I respect the West. I would never.
Oh yeah, appreciate that, and we respect the East, man. Wu-Tang is one of my favorite.
Bro, I mean, listen, I'll take you even like West Side Boogie.
Okay, word.
I'll take you to Vince Staples, Schoolboy Q.
Oh yeah, Schoolboy's definitely one of the dopest.
You know what I mean? I love the West Coast. I love I know.
What about the early stuff? What about like Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Dre?
Tupac, to be honest, bro, I'm gonna tell you something straight up. Like my dad knew Biggie personally.
Okay. Yeah, Mount Vernon, Tupac, right? That's where.
Yeah, but my dad's from Brooklyn. My dad's from.
Okay.
From
Diddy was from Mount Vernon though, but
they
got to free him though. But yeah.
We don't claim him. He's Harlem now. He's Harlem.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, my dad knew Biggie personally, but Tupac is my favorite rapper ever. Like, top number one. That's it.
Right. I got you chosen.
I was just listening to Me Against the World the other day.
My favorite Pac album. That's my favorite Pac album.
That used to be my favorite. I love the Machiavelli joint now.
Yeah, Machiavelli's also dope. I like All Eyes on Me. You're right. Me Against the World is my first. Machiavelli's probably my second, and then All Eyes on Me would be third.
Yeah.
Even though All Eyes on Me was his most commercially successful album, I like the beats and the lyrics and the thought process on Me Against the World more so.
Me Against the World is just like it's just perfect. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's just so real. It's so like when people talk about Tupac, that's what they're talking about. The introspection and the realness of it.
Right.
The truth telling. He's like preaching on them.
I agree, man. I agree. So overall, you said about this Drake album. I mean, really, I think one person said in the chat, which was right, and don't worry, I got a couple other people that wanted to jump on, and I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna check out what you gotta post and what you talking about, because you said you with Hot 97s or was, so that's dope, man. I respect that.
I was just listening to Hot 97. I wasn't up there.
Oh, okay. I mean, I used to be in the industry myself, but I respect that hustle.
I DJ though. I DJ for real. I
okay.
Just came from a gig actually.
I have to check it out, man. Check it out for sure. Like, overall, you said, because somebody said in the chat, they said, I know it's like far back, but they said something like Drake dropped 3 albums because he had the 3 album with the contract. So I know we were mostly focusing on Iceman, but as far as Iceman goes, you said you enjoyed the album. You think it's a good album?
Yeah, I think Iceman was good. I'm gonna definitely still keep listening to it. I heard the Habib T joint. I did not like it, and then I haven't heard the other joint. It's too much.
The other joint is like more like dance party music, kind of like the Sexy Red music he was making. Yeah, I listen to all 3 of them. I listen to all 3 of them.
I know he's trying to get about that contract. I feel that, but like if I was him,
he had to be.
If I was him, and I might drop after I say this, but if I was him, I would have went 3 albums straight just dissing Kendrick.
Damn.
Yeah. You try to ruin my life, and I'm a Kendrick fan, but you try to ruin my life.
No, I agree.
Some, like,
this is hip hop.
I would have gave you 3 albums, 10 songs each. I would have been dissing you every song. That's what I would have done. I would have did 3 diss albums.
Well, he kind of did that on Iceman, though. He put out, 18 tracks on that album, and pretty much every song on Iceman is like about the battle. And everybody that did him wrong. Like they said, the 20 verse Drake.
Yeah, he was talking about Rocky. He was talking about Ye a little bit.
Man, I have the whole list right here. He was talking about Rocky, DJ Khaled, Ace. Yeah, you say A$AP Rocky, Rick Ross, J. Cole, Playboy Cardi, Lucien Grange, the president of UMG. LeBron James. I remember that one about LeBron James. That was a good one. You switching teams to win championships. Like, what? Joe Budden, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, Pusha T, Pharrell.
And you can't forget DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. DeMar DeRozan. What was the line about DeMar DeRozan that he said again? Do you remember that one?
He was talking on, I think Whisper My Name is about him, because he was like, don't stick around in the 6, something like that.
But homeboy's from Compton, though. Duran's from Compton, though, so.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to go back to Kendrick.
Kawhi. He said something about Kawhi, spur of the moment. It was something like that.
Yeah. You had a lot of lines, man, where he was talking about I'd rather take the 500K because the jig is up or something. Like, rocking, the jig is up. Like, I was like, what? Yeah. Nah, he was kicking some shit, man. Like, I got to give it to Dre. Like, he came back in a way. He came back. Like, you could tell, like some people say, he sat back, he thought about this, and he was like, I'm going to plan strategically when I jump back up in here, So
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, man. Well, for sure. Thank you, E. I appreciate you for calling in, man. Hopefully you check the channel, man. I'll check you out, too.
I just followed you, bro.
Okay, for sure. I'm going to hit you back. Thank you, man. I appreciate your takes. We'll get you on another one, for sure. All right, who's next? Let's go. I appreciate when people jump in and give their opinions. Chosen, you were saying what's up?
Yo, what's going on, host?
What's good, fam? beatGrade. You call me beatGrade. What's your name? Chosen?
Yeah, you just call me Chosen, fam.
Where you calling from?
Florida, man, down south.
Okay, the dirty south. What's good? What's good, man? Appreciate
I'm here
you.
To share my opinions on this album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, any human being with functioning ears that knows hip hop, right? That really knows hip hop to the core, they know this album was trash. Period. If you know hip hop to the core, you know this was a garbage album.
Which album? Are you talking about all 3 or are we talking about Iceman?
All 3. I'll say Iceman was definitely.
Yeah, let's just talk about Iceman. The other 2, I agree with you on that, but let's talk about Iceman.
Iceman, I still think is trash. I think there's good songs on it, right? But there's no concept really. It's just straight. All the songs kind of really sound the same in my opinion too. The lyricism isn't crazy. He had some pretty nice punchlines in there, some pretty nice bars in there. But overall, it was just really a mid album. I could see if people give it like a 6 or 7, but I don't think that there's no way people would have this at the album of the year. I don't believe that. There's so much better quality project that have dropped, in my personal opinion. And yeah, I just think overall, in my personal opinion, this just wasn't a good project. That's just my opinion.
No, that's what we here for, man. I'm happy to hear what you got to say. Like, it's good to hear people that like it, and it's good to hear people that say it's trash, you know? So that's the only way we're going to get a real take. Let me ask you this.
Listen.
And I appreciate your take, man, because I do agree with what some of you said about how a lot of the songs sound the same. Like, I agree with you on that. And I also agree with you on, or I heard other people say this, where he had too many beat switches, you know? It's like sometimes he should have just let the beat ride or just do what it was going to do and then come in with another beat, you know, or do that on another track. But then I kind of get it. A lot of people have short attention spans. So he probably was switching beats up for that point of view. I was thinking about that on the flip side because you made me think of that when you said that all the tracks sounded the same, you know?
Yeah.
But I also feel I like the fact that he addressed the battle. I like the fact that he addressed what is going on with the record company, like we were saying earlier on the chat. And, you know, just like what is going on in the industry, how he felt people turned their backs on him, like LeBron, other stuff like that. But what did you think was trash? Because I got to say, there were some people I did talk to, too, who said, like, the beats alone, he does have some production on there that I think is fire. Yo, like, the Burning Bridges. Yo, the Where You At? Yo, where she at?
Make them pay, that beat was ridiculous.
Oh, like, come on, man. Come on,
that's
yo.
a good beat.
Yeah.
I'm not here to...
No. I want to hear your opinion, but I got to say, I think he had some fire on there.
I mean... Yeah, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no.
If we're talking like the production was definitely there with the album. What I personally think was trash, because I listen to hip hop in a more technical sense. Like, you don't have to be like crazy lyrical, but you have to like be at least a little technically sound.
Of course, I agree with you.
Right?
Hey, I'm from the '90s, man.
Drake project,
yeah,
straight auto tune, barely any lyricism. Everything sounded the same. It just wasn't, it was overall, in my personal opinion, a mid project, right? And I don't think it's like, because people are saying this is the album of the year, he's better than MJ. Let me ask you a question, host. Let's take an album like Illmatic, right? Would you say Iceman and Illmatic
I got it right here. Yo, if you can see it right here, I got it right here on my wall.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I know it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see, but I got my favorite top albums right here on the wall. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I got Eric B. Rakim, Paid in Full. Jay-Z, Blueprint, Dr. Dre, The Chronic. I had to put that for sure. Nas, Illmatic, like you just said right here. And then Juice and Wu-Tang. You know, the Juice soundtrack.
Right? You listen to Iceman by Drake, right? Would you put
it on
the same level as the Illmatic?
Dan, that's hard, period, man. That's hard, period, because... That's hard because I feel like for one, it's a different time. And that's my generation. You know what I'm saying? Like... That's my generation. Illmatic, Wu-Tang, all that. You know, I'm golden era hip hop, so I know exactly where you're coming from and what you're talking about. I feel that it's hard to compare it to that level. That's like me trying to compare somebody to Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not to cut you off, but that's what they're doing. They're saying Drake.
Well, of course they're gonna do that because they want to keep it hype. Just like they had to compare in the NBA, they had to compare people to Michael Jordan once he retired. You know. It's like that's what they're gonna do, or Mike Tyson. These greats that come in and change the game or change the industry, they gotta say, "Oh, this is the next one," you know. This is the next Michael Jordan, or this is the next Michael Jackson, or this is the next Mike Tyson. That's why they call it the three Mikes, like Jay-Z said. You know, Jordan, Jackson, Tyson.
I don't think Drake is a great.
No. I agree with you, but my point is this: is that that's such a different era is what I'm trying to say. That's such a different era and such a different time that I can't compare Drake to Nas or Illmatic. I compare Drake to what's going on currently in hip hop.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You can even still do that.
Yeah.
Currently,
like what's going on. Like I compare Nas to like, yeah, I'll just say this real quick. Like I compare Nas to like what was going on before, like Biggie, Pac, all that. Like that was that era. Like, okay, out of that time period, who was the greatest? Like, yeah, man, come on. The 90s rap, I know some people might say, oh, that's us old school, or you old, or you unk, or you ain't trying to adapt. But it's like, yo, man, I feel like the 90s hip hop is still the best era of hip hop of all time.
I agree. That's facts.
Yeah, Mobb Deep, Nas, come on, man. Even Eminem came out in '99, and Method Man, Redman, Wu-Tang,
Tribe Called Quest,
Black Star. I could go on, man. KRS-One, Public Enemy.
Facts.
Even Ice Cube albums, man. America's Most Wanted. Like, if you go back and listen to America's, go back and listen to that album, man. Like, damn, that album's like heavily underrated, if you ask me. But yeah, I feel like compared to what's going on right now in hip hop, like how you have these NBA young boys, and then who else, and then Gucci, and you already know Rick Ross, and who else? Kanye.
Those are good comparisons, though.
What's that?
I think there's better comparisons. Right?
Who do you feel?
Take with the Illmatic and even though it is two different eras, I do still believe you can compare the albums, right? You can definitely compare album concept. You can definitely compare lyricism. There's things that you can definitely compare, but even if you want to take a more modern route, right? You can do Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick, or even Casino by Baby Keem, right? If you compare those albums to Iceman, the quality level in between those albums is just ridiculous.
Whoa,
right? So for people that say,
hold on.
Iceman is the album of the year. Iceman is this. Iceman doesn't even come close to half of the projects that dropped in this decade.
Okay, hold on. I gotta ask you this.
Right?
No, my bad. I hear what you're saying. I gotta ask you. You said Mr. Morale. I just have to ask you. You think that Mr. Morale is a better album than Iceman?
Facts, easy.
Woo! I have to go back and check that, man.
Easy.
We'll have to see what people say in the comments. Like we might have to do a poll for that one. That'll be. Because we did talk about that earlier.
Here, so they're probably gonna say Iceman, but I can list.
Yo, I would say Damn. I would say Damn over Mr. Morale, because I think somebody else did mention that in the comments.
Disagree.
Somebody,
don't get me wrong.
Let me see. Somebody has said Damn. I saw that before.
That's not crazy to say, but
what do you think of Damn?
One more time?
Damn, Kendrick Lamar, Damn.
Yeah, even that's better than. I think every single project Kendrick has dropped is better than any Drake project, in my opinion. I don't think Drake has a project on the same level as Kendrick at all.
Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City is definitely up there, man. That's one of my favorite. That's my favorite Kendrick album. Good Kid, Mad City. So, whoa, man. I gotta say, man, I have to disagree with you on that. I think possibly Damn could be compared to Iceman, but Mr. Morale, I feel personally like the beats and the timing that he dropped it to, like right before the summer. Drake knew what he was doing. He didn't just drop this album right now because he wanted to drop it right now. He dropped it right now at this time because he knew it's right before the summer. The beats are kicking for the summer. Driving, vibing, whatever. Mr. Morale.
It's kind of the same thing with Mr. Morale. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're right.
Dropped it. He dropped it. So he dropped Damn 5 years before.
Well, I'm just talking about the beats and the production.
Come back to his fans, basically explaining the mental battles and the mental struggles that he was going through, and he put that in the album, right? So maybe you can say the beats don't sound as good. I can understand that, but if we're talking,
man, that's what somebody had brought up. The production,
album quality, and album concept, which is originally what an album's supposed to be judged off of. The quality of Mr. Morale is way better than the quality of Iceman. If we're being real, Iceman doesn't have quality for it. It's just a whole bunch of songs put together on an album like a mixtape. That's facts.
I didn't feel that way. I felt that it sounds like he spent some time with that one. The other albums, whatever it was, Habibi and Maid of Honor, I feel like those albums sounded like he just put those together and was just like trying to get out of his contract. But Iceman, and I heard other people say this. I don't know if you watch like Joe Budden or any of them. I don't know if you watch like that podcast. Okay. Like some of their takes are all right. I feel like some of their takes are whatever, trash too. But some of their takes I agree with. And they said it specifically about this album. They actually dropped it. It's on their YouTube right now. They said that you could tell that Drake actually spent some time with this album though. You know, like plot twists, like we said earlier, Burning Bridges. There's a few others. Janice, Shut the F Up. Yo, man, those beats, like some people have pointed out, those beats alone. And listen, man, I'm a Kendrick fan. Like, I feel you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt like if I had to choose between a rapper, which rapper do I like more? I've always leaned towards Kendrick a little bit more. But I got to give respect where respect is due because I am a hip hop head. And I'm saying, like, what's going on right now with the times and the current industry and, like, where the sound is sonically and the frequency, like, Drake hit all those levels, man. He wasn't just hitting those levels. Like, yeah, that's what I think, like, on a deeper level. Like, not just on a, yeah, like, not just like, oh, I'm just rapping over this beat. Nah, I think, like, he actually took the time to, like, find the frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in the right frequency. You know what I mean?
Drake took time with this album. If I was a Drake fan, I would be heavily disappointed. If what you're saying is true, because I listened to the album myself, and through listening to it, I don't think it was a lot of quality in it.
So you don't like Drake any of those tracks? None of those tracks. You don't like any of them?
No, I do like some of the tracks, right? But I'm talking about overall album, right? I do like some of the tracks. I said "Make Them Cry" is a good song, right?
Okay, I'm gonna look up the track list. Okay.
I think "Whisper My Name" was a pretty solid song, but just because there's some solid songs on a project doesn't mean it's an overall good project, right? Once again, in my personal opinion, if Drake really, if that is Drake's quality and he took like as much time on that album, if I was a Drake fan, I'd be very disappointed because that album was nowhere above a 6 out of 10 for me.
That's not a bad rating though. 6 out of 10. That's better. That's like 60-40.
Yeah,
not a bad. So you feel, and it's not being biased, right? Not that you're more of a Kendrick fan than a Drake fan.
I just got into Kendrick's music. Like, I wasn't.
Yeah, people are kind of hating on you in the comments, man. But I like your opinion.
They say whatever they want.
I like your opinion.
Drake has a dick-sucking fan base that just doesn't like facts.
Trezor, right? Is that your name, Trezor? I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna follow you, man. Oh wait, no, this is another cat. Let's go. No, Chosen. I got you right here. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. I like people that go against the grain, though. You know, I like people that do that.
They're saying I'm biased, but I'm going off of the facts of hip hop, bro. If you sit there and break down,
okay, yeah, break it down for us. Hold on, I gotta go grab something real quick. Break it down for us. I'm gonna give you the floor, man. Break it down for us, because you one of the.
Tell me Drake is a better rapper than Kendrick, bro. If you break down what hip hop is,
okay, wait. Let's not talk about raps.
Rap is
Chosen. Wait, let me stop you right there. I don't mean to stop you. Like, I just want to say, like, I agree with you on that. Let's not talk about the raps or who's a better lyricist. Let's just talk about albums as far as, quality. Let's just talk about the last two. I know we can go back to Good Kid, Mad City, or Thank Me Later, or what was the one you said you like. If you're reading this, you're too late. Let's just focus on the last two albums in this battle that came out. GNX and what is it? Iceman. Forget the other two. Let's just talk Iceman, GNX. Tell me your thoughts.
Can we do Mr. Morale? Because I think
yeah. Do Mr. Morale. Tell me your thoughts. I want to hear. I'm gonna go grab something, but here, you take the floor, man. Tell us why you think, because I see some people in the comments that are disagreeing with you. So speak your facts.
So right, if you break down album quality, I listened to Iceman as soon as it dropped. Right. Listen to it. I listened to every song. Okay. Iceman does not have a concept. Right. In order for, and this is not the case all the time, if your album has straight 10 out of 10 songs, straight quality songs, then you can get away with making an album with no concept, right? Michael Jackson has done it with Thriller, Bad, Off the Wall. There wasn't really a direct concept, but the song quality was so good in the songs, it didn't need a direct concept, right? But when it comes to rap albums, right, there's usually a concept. If you listen to Iceman, right, I listen to every single song on Iceman. Every song sounds the same, and there's no direct concept about Iceman at all, right? Versus if you listen to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick, right, the whole concept is basically him being vulnerable about the state that he was in when he took, like, what, a 5-6 year break from music. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's basically like a shadow work type of album, right? So every song might not sound the best. It might not be radio appealing. But if you break down the quality of the album, quality for quality, Mr. Morale is better than Iceman. That's a fact. I haven't listened to GNX. That's the reason why I can't speak on if GNX is better than you know what I'm saying, this Drake album. But Drake albums have no quality. It's just straight songs on there like it's a fucking mixtape. You understand what I'm trying to say? There's no concept with Iceman. And people are saying, I'm missing the concept. Bro, I listen to every song, bro. There's no concept, gang. It's just straight songs. He's trying to drop a hit, bro. So facts, bro. Mr. Morale is way better than Iceman. I think I put Mr. Morale over any Drake project, bro. Facts. And even Good Kid, Mad City versus Take Care or whatever they consider Drake's best album.
Can I ask you this?
Kendrick's best album and Drake's best album is nowhere near on the same level, bro. I listened to both albums with my 2 ears, right? From an unbiased standpoint. I never listened to a Drake album. I never listened to a Kendrick album. I came from an unbiased standpoint. The quality in Good Kid, Mad City was way better than Take Care. That's a fact. And if you're saying otherwise, you're just coping, bro.
Can I ask you this?
What's going on?
You said you didn't listen to G and X. How is it that you didn't listen to G and X? But you like Kendrick. Like, why did you
So I just got.
Came out like 2 years ago.
I listened to half of it, but like I just said earlier, I'm coming from an unbiased standpoint. I just got into Kendrick's music probably
So
like
you didn't really like
a few
G&X?
months ago. I didn't listen to GNX I listened to half of the songs, but I didn't like fully listen to the album because it's different. It's very different listening to some songs versus listening to a whole album. It's 2 different listens.
Of course. I agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
I didn't listen to the full G. I listened to every album but GNX, and I'll definitely give GNX a visit, but I decided to go to his
I think
quality
you need
work
to
first.
after this. I think you
Facts.
need to, because Drake was definitely referencing G and X in the Iceman album. Where he said I get that whole listen, it was mid, skip. He's talking about G and X.
He's kind of talking about himself too. When has Drake not dropped a mid project? Every single Drake project is mid.
I agree with you. on that.
I listened to Take Care. I listened
Yeah,
to.
I was going to say, except for Take Care. Take Care was a classic.
I disagree. I listened
it
to
was a
Take Care on my
classic.
2 ears. I don't think I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree.
I think Take Care was a classic, and Thank Me Later, it was a good album. It was a different time. You got to remember that. But come on, man. Okay, so you don't know about mixtape Drake. What about mixtape Drake? You don't know about So Far Gone?
I don't think I've heard.
With the best I ever had.
I
That's
have
what
a
everybody's
question,
talking
though.
about.
What makes Take Care like a classic though? I can't.
I don't know if I say
What
Take
makes
Care
it
is a classic. I don't know if I'd say Take Care is a classic, but I'll say that it has some classic songs. Like
Okay.
Fancy.
I'm not mad at that. I like that.
Yeah, Fancy. Yeah, I'm a real hip hop head, so I feel you, man. Like Fancy is like this is what I know about Drake, man. Like I was gonna say earlier, I don't know if you just jumped on, but I had a homie that told me about Drake way before Drake was famous. Mixtape Drake, and he was rapping over Ninth Wonder beats. We got Ninth Wonder pulled up on the YouTube right now, but yeah, Ninth Wonder. If you know Little Brother, underground producer, underground rappers. Drake was like effing with them. Like Drake was trying to be down with them. You know what I'm saying? And so Drake is definitely from the underground in a way. Like I ain't gonna go up here and say he's a fake rapper or he's phony. Like nah, he knows what's up with Dilla. He was rapping over Dilla beats on his mixtape.
Yeah,
So
he rapped over, Mad Villainy.
yeah. He was rapping over Madlib beats, Dilla beats.
Yeah.
And come on, you rapping over Dilla, Madlib. You know what's up with hip hop. You know what's
You
up.
know what's up with hip hop, but it doesn't mean that you're it doesn't mean you're technically a good hip hop artist. Now I'll give Drake pop.
He has to be. He has to be. He has to be. There's no way you can get to his level of success and not be a good hip hop artist. He is.
I gotta
Man, let me say this, and I heard some other people say this. Yeah, go ahead.
You can even use like a Sexy Red for an example. Like obviously she's not on Drake popularity level, but Cardi B, right? Cardi B is definitely at least up there.
Yo, I can't stand Sexy Red. I can't stand Sexy Red.
Not Sexy Red. Let's say Cardi B for
Okay, yeah,
example,
Cardi
right?
B's better. Yeah.
So Cardi B is definitely up there. Grammys popularity, Cardi B's definitely up there. You can't listen to a Cardi B song and be like, oh my God, yo, Cardi B is one of the best lyricists I've heard. Cardi B makes quality music. Cardi B's this, right? So popularity and fame really doesn't equate to being skillful, right? Because Cardi B's more popular than Lauryn Hill. Is she better than Lauryn Hill?
Hell no.
Cardi B's more popular than Missy Elliott. Is she better than Missy Elliott?
Oh, that's kind of tough for me. I'd rather listen to
What?
I actually like Cardi B better than Missy Elliott.
Oh my, that's a bad take. I respect
No, the
it. I
first
like that
album,
opinion.
the first Cardi B album is dope. She won a Grammy for that, and I disagree with that in a way because I'm from LA and she beat Nipsey Hussle. She was up against Nipsey Hussle.
But I think the Grammys are rigged.
Yeah,
in my
they are,
personal opinion.
they are for sure. Because Nipsey should have won that.
So we can't use that
Nipsey should have won.
comparison.
But I'm gonna say though, she did win a Grammy for that album, and I feel like her first album, because I seen Cardi when she came up, so maybe that's why I'm a little biased. I seen Cardi B come up. Look, Lauryn Hill. If you were talking about just female rappers, Lauryn Hill is over all of them for me. Okay, let's just put that out there. Let's just get that fact out there, right? But Lauryn Hill to me is the greatest female rapper of all time. All right. Under her, I'd probably say like, I don't know. I have to think about it. I like MC Light. You know, Yo Yo. I just seen her in a YouTube video just the other day. So Yo Yo's like, looks like she's out there still. Those Queen Latifah. I like Queen Latifah too. I like Young and May too, though. As a new one coming up, Young and May.
Now I want to touch on the Grammy topic you just. So that was 2018, right? Do you think, if you listen to all the albums that dropped in 2018, right? Do you think Invasion of Privacy was the best album?
I gotta go
In
back
your
and look at the
personal
albums. Let me look it up. The albums that hip hop albums.
I'm pretty sure Pusha T dropped the album. Travis Scott dropped Astroworld. That was actually a pretty solid project. Jid dropped DiCaprio too. That was definitely a solid project. There was a lot of solid projects that was definitely.
No,
better
I agree
than
with you.
Invasion
I
of
think
Privacy.
Cardi B like got politics and all that, but I do remember seeing her come up like at Coachella and stuff like that. She had some beats, man. Like her first album. Other albums, I don't really care for, but her first album, that's all I'm talking about. Just her first one. She had some beats. Like, cause you know, like I said, I don't just look at the raps. I look at the production as well, and like how the rapper is coming together on the production. And now that I think about it, that's the part that I disagree with you on the Mr. Morale, is that I think that the Mr. Morale had dope lyrics. Like Kendrick is a dope lyricist, of course. One of my favorite. I think he's one of the best. Like Kendrick to me, just to let you know, just to put this out here, since I'm on this stream and I'll put this out here. Kendrick to me is like, he's up there with Biggie and Tupac for me, you know? And I don't think I'm the only one that said this. I heard Eminem say this. Yeah, Eminem said this too. Like, he's one of the greatest rappers of all time, you know? So I agree with you on that. And I agree with your take now that I think about it with the Nas Illmatic take. But what I'm going to say, though, as far as the production goes, the Mr. Morale production, I felt was lacking. There's a couple tracks on there that are hot. Like the one with Kodak Black. That shit was fire. I forgot the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. The one with Kodak Black. He only has like one song or two songs, right? With Kodak Black on Mr. Morale. And I didn't even like Kodak Black as a rapper. I always thought Kodak Black was trash. But when I heard him rapping with Kendrick on that track, I was like, damn, now I see it. I see it. You know? I was like, oh, okay, I see why you F with Kodak Black. Like, that shit was a banger, yo. So you're right. Like, Kendrick had a few bangers on, like, Alchemist. Come on, man. Like, Alchemist, like, go look at my Instagram account. I think I even have it right here on my TikTok. Yeah, I got Alchemist. I got photos with Alchemist, man. I knew Alchemist, like, way before he blew up. Like, hopefully y'all can see, man, I'm a real head in this game. I'm not just out here just talking. Like, I got people in the industry that F with me. Like, Alchemist knows who I am. He knows what I'm about. I got pictures with me and Alchemist. So, like, Alchemist did beats. I disagree
with the production aspect. I think,
okay. I mean, my boy Alchemist is on the production. He's on the production.
Yeah, Alchemist is on the production.
Yeah, and I was like, I felt like those beats were okay. I felt those beats were like, and that's my boy. Like, I don't want Alchemist if he sees this. I don't want him to get mad.
Some of them were pretty fire. Have you heard the We Cry Together beat? That was a pretty fire Alchemist beat. Purple Hearts is a pretty solid beat.
I mean, I love the one that he did against Drake, the diss against the Meet the Grams. That's an Alchemist beat. No, it's not on Mr. Morale, but it was the diss. Remember the diss, right? Meet the Grams.
Yeah, Worldwide Steppers, that was another solid beat on Mr. So
yeah,
there's
Worldwide
solid
Steppers
beats
was
on
dope. I like that one. You're right. That was one I like.
You know what I'm saying? They're solid beats. So I don't know if I could agree that
the one where he was talking about
lacking.
the one where he was talking about getting I don't know if I can say this on the stream, but the one where he was saying about getting PDF by his auntie or his uncle that turned into an auntie. That one, I understand where he had to come from, and he wanted to say that. The beat on that, nah, I wasn't feeling that beat.
I mean, maybe because if you really think about it, coming from an MC perspective, right? If you want someone to really focus more on what you're saying, right? There's some songs with big artists like, you know, MF Doom or like lyricists, they'll pick a minimal type beat.
Doom.
So the storytelling and the lyrics overshadows the instrumentation, right? So I believe he picked that specific type of beat, not because like he has a bad ear for beats, but really because the story that he wanted to tell was bigger than just the instrumental.
I can see your point on that. I appreciate your point. That's a good breakdown. That's a good way to put it, man. I like your takes, man. You know what's up, E, right? That's how I say your name. You know what's up, man. Let me say this, man. Like, I agree with you on certain things, and I think that Kendrick has a good ear. For the most part, a lot of Kendrick songs are dope. You know what I mean? Like, even on To Pimp a Butterfly, we gonna be all right. Like, just all those beats that he's rapping on, fire, dude. But that's what I had to say about the Drake with the Iceman. Some people had said this to me yesterday or the other day on the stream, where they said the production, you didn't like the production. Like, let's just take the lyrics off and let's just look at the production. You felt the beats weren't really banging on Iceman?
No, the beats were there. Don't get me wrong. I like the Conductor Williams production. I like the production, but I don't think production makes an album. I think an artist is supposed to make an album because Drake didn't produce those beats. If Drake was the producer, then okay, we can take in consideration like, okay, since he produced these beats, it's going to make the album have more quality, but he didn't produce those beats. I'm going to give credit to the producers.
Well, yeah. Drake's a rapper. He's not a producer. So, I mean, that's okay. It's like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson didn't write every single song or produce the songs. Quincy Jones didn't produce a beat either. You know, they just like put it together. So yeah. Shout out Curiosity. He says production was fire. I agree, man. The production was fire. I think the production was fire, yo. Like how he had the girls in the background with the melody singing on some beats. Like if you even listen carefully to some of the beats, it wasn't like he just had instruments in the background. He also had like girls harmonizing or female vocalists harmonizing in the background. Which I just thought, like, that shit is, like, brilliant. But I feel what you're saying, though, man. I feel you, like, hey, Kendrick is one of my favorite rappers, and I appreciate your take on this, and I agree with you that it ain't over. I'm sure Kendrick is listening to this album as we speak because I've met Kendrick a few times, and I know what he's about. You can check it out on YouTube. I got some behind-the-scenes footage of me and Kendrick, and I'll tell you right now, I'm pretty sure he's listening to this album right now as we speak. And he's dissecting it. And I'm pretty sure he's going to come with something. But yeah, man.
Way better than Iceman.
Well, we'll see. Man, that's and you know what's so funny? And I'll say this too real quick. I agree with what you're saying because a lot of the last Drake albums that came out, I never was really feeling them. I was like, whatever. Drake fell off. Like, I like the old Drake, you know? I remember when Drake was coming up. Maybe that's why I can appreciate Drake a little bit more because I remember him before he was famous, you know? And it's always good when you see a rapper that you think got some skills and then they come up and then you like, oh, that's dope. He made it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least me. Like, I'm not a hater like that, you know?
Think Drake has skills for real. I'll be honest.
Man, I have to just like, dude can sing it. He can sing. He can sing. He can sing. He can sing.
Barely. I heard Iceman. I think Baby Keem on Casino was singing better. I think Kendrick sings better than Drake. That's my opinion. I don't think Drake is that good of a singer.
Yo. You think Luther? Oh, you didn't listen to GNX. I was gonna say. You think Luther? Yeah.
I'm not sure. All right, I'll say Baby Keem, right? If you listen to Good Flirts by Baby Keem, I think that singing performance was better on everything on Iceman, in my personal opinion.
Baby Keem really only in the game because Kendrick's his cousin, though.
I mean, true, but he's still a good artist. Doesn't mean he's
I
bad.
think it helps. I think, man, I know a lot of good artists too out there, but sometimes it helps to like know the right people. You know what I mean? I think Baby Keem really just in the game because of Kendrick. I think if he didn't know Kendrick, I don't think he would be in the game. Kendrick definitely co-signed him. You know,
Possibly,
that's my opinion of Baby Keem. Like Drake also got the co-sign too though. No, I like some of the Baby Keem that one track that he got with Kendrick that they did on tour. I forgot the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about, where everybody gets hype. Like,
yeah, but you gotta listen to him singing though. Like, if
okay,
you listen to, like,
I will.
Singing, if you listen to Good Flirts, like you'd be like, okay, I can see why he's saying it. Or even Jid. Jid is definitely a better singer than Drake, in my opinion. Definitely.
Jid is dope, but I feel like he rapped on too many classics. He needed to like come with his own sound, and that's where he hurt himself. You know?
How does he not have his own sound?
He rapped on like a Mos Def beat that was pretty big for those of us that are from the 90s. He rapped on a big.
What beat was that? What song was that?
Miss Fat Booty.
But what Jid song was that? I know Miss Fat Booty by Mos Def.
Yeah. I forgot which Jid song it is, but I know the Miss Fat Booty by Mos Def. He rapped on that same sample though. It wasn't even the same sample. It was like the same beat.
That's like one song though. I think every
No, you're right. But
rapped
I feel like he did it on a few other songs too. There was a couple other songs where he was trying to sound too much like Andre from Outkast. You know, like he was rapping like Andre.
Everyone is inspired by someone, right?
Right,
And
right.
I could agree with you. His sound definitely, Kendrick Lamar's sound even mimics Andre 3000. But everyone knows, like, every artist is inspired by another artist and kind of has their sound, quote unquote, bites it and turns it to their own. Eminem bit in his early Slim Shady days. I forgot the dude's name, but Eminem bit somebody's sound and turned it into his.
Chino XL. Chino XL.
Earl Sweatshirt bit some MF.
No,
Doom sound, turned it into
let's
his
put this out here because Chino XL is no longer with us. Let's put this out here in power. Chino XL is who a lot of people say Eminem copied. Go look up Chino.
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, you can say that Jid still has his own style, but flow wise, yes, you can say he's similar to Andre 3000. I would agree with you on that. Same with Kendrick. You can say that.
Yeah.
But Drake, since we're talking about stealing flows, let's talk about Drake. You know how much songs Drake stole?
I wasn't really talking about stealing flows. I was
just stole from a just stole from a Florida artist named 1900 Rugrat.
Right.
The song Little Birdies, he stole that song.
Not to mention that he put these young cats on too. Molly Santana and all them he's trying to put on or whatever their names are. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Like, everybody's inspired. I agree with you on that. Everybody's inspired. I was just like with Jid, I feel like there's a point where you're inspired and then you have to take it to the next level. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Young Thug. Young Thug, when he first came out, he sounded just like Lil Wayne. Thank you, official Mecca, if I said your name right, for the follow. Yo, Young Thug sounded just like Lil Wayne when he first came out. But then after a while, he started to kind of develop his own flow. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's like you can be inspired, but I think at a point you gotta like. He does. And you can tell, like, I've listened to him. Like, I've studied him because I could tell. I was like, oh, this cat sounds like a lyricist, you know? But the problem was, I think, with him was that, like, he's dope, but I think he hasn't really found his identity yet. Whereas I think...
I gotta disagree.
I mean, well, the numbers don't lie, man. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie, though. Like, I'm comparing him to, like, an artist like a Drake.
Numbers kind of do lie, though. In a sense, they do lie.
They do, but they don't. I think everybody right now is actually playing Drake. I think everybody.
But what does numbers have to do with Jid? Because you said Jid hasn't found his identity yet. What does that have to do with numbers? Because if you really actually listen to Jid's discography, he really did find his identity. And people were saying, oh, this dude can only rap, he can do this. So on his other albums, he decided to switch it and start singing. DiCaprio 2 by Jid is really when he found like his flow and his peak lyricism. But the album he dropped after that, he started stepping into the singing route,
right, but he's nowhere near. Listen, but this is the point I'm trying to make. He is nowhere near the top 10 rapper debate. That's what I'm speaking of. But no, he's not.
Yes, he is. Facts. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's not. Listen, let's ask the chat.
Yes, he is.
Let's ask the chat. If anybody in the chat thinks that Jid is in the top 10 rapper debate, I've never heard his name in the top 10 rapper debate. But we have heard
people's opinions has nothing to do with the facts, though, brother.
Like, we have heard Kendrick though. We have heard Kendrick and Drake. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We have heard Kendrick.
Jid is honestly better than Kendrick right now, in my personal opinion. He's better than Kendrick right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'll give it to Kendrick. But if you got to listen to a Jid project.
Yeah, thank you. Someone said that's not a fact. That's not a fact. I agree.
It is a fact. It is a fact. Have y'all listened to a Jid project?
Yo, man. The comments. This is why it's good that we have comments coming in.
And look, someone in the comments just said Jid is worth the convo. Someone just said that. So the people that know, they know. Jid is definitely worth in the convo. That's
is
facts.
Jid better than Kendrick though? Someone said Jid is better than
right
Drake.
Now, yes. All
right
time,
now.
no. Right now, yes. And Jid is a better rapper than Drake. Facts. Come on.
I'm just reading what the comments are saying.
All the comments are saying Jid is better than Drake.
No, a couple people disagree. There's a few people up in here disagree.
I mean, it's a Drake fan with the ice. He's gonna be biased. He has Iceman as his profile picture. He's gonna be biased. Jid ain't even better than Bodie James. I gotta disagree. I like Bodie James though. I'm not gonna lie. Jid is fire, but his music doesn't have replay value.
Exactly. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Surround sound is literally popular on TikTok. How does it not have replay value when it's popular on TikTok right now? How does that not have replay value? Jid can compete with Kendrick, but needs more spotlight. I'm saying look, Kendrick hasn't dropped the album since 2024. That's what I'm saying right now. The tape that Jid just dropped.
And wait, hold on. Let me just say this real quick. No, but I hear you. I just want to get the likes up. By all you guys commenting, thank you guys. Let's get the likes up because we're having a real discussion right here, right? On some hip hop. So let's get the likes coming in if you guys can, just so we can get a few more people. Thank you for the likes coming in.
Nobody is playing Jid. That's like saying nobody's playing Outkast, but saying Outkast is not a top 3 group of all time. That's like saying no one's playing Mobb Deep and saying Mobb Deep is not a top. Just because people aren't. Just because the mainstream is, because people do play Jid, but just because the mainstream isn't quote unquote playing them or glorifying them, it doesn't mean they're a bad artist. That's like saying since
I agree with you. I told you I didn't hear Drake on the radio at all today, which I thought was interesting. Thank you for the likes coming in. I didn't hear Drake at all on the radio today, and I know when Kendrick dropped G and X, this is why I say I was in LA at the time when Kendrick dropped G and X. Like that was all over the radio stations, everywhere in the club, the DJs, everybody was playing it, right? He was also doing the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? So it was everywhere, especially out here in LA. But it's interesting how Drake
equates to skill though. Like I respect all opinions, but do we know that an underground scene with a whole bunch of artists that are quality artists exists? Bodie James, I seen someone mention Bodie James. Some of y'all probably never heard of him, right? He has quality work.
Yeah, I know about Bodie James. I'm from the underground.
Freddie Gibbs is a little more.
Larry June's all right. That's Alchemist again. Larry June and Alchemist. That's,
you know what I'm saying?
People's.
Conway the Machine, right?
Love Conway.
Earl
West Side Gun.
Mike. There's so much quality artists.
Yo, Tyler's from LA. Tyler from out here.
Just sitting there saying that. Oh, just because people aren't talking about them, that doesn't mean that they're not a good artist. Underground exists. Being undershadowed exists.
West Side Gun, postpone.
West Side Gun, exactly. Benny the Butcher. There's quality artists that aren't talked about. So that whole logic of, people aren't talking about them, is not played on the radio, that's idiotic logic, bro.
Yeah, but the point is that Drake was an artist that used to be played on the radio, and now he is not being played on the radio. So what I'm trying to say is that it's obvious that he has been blackballed from the industry. Like they
Drake
blackballed.
Is not blackballed. That is not true.
I thought you
Drake
said that earlier.
93 million monthly listeners. He's not blackballed.
I mean, so does Bad Bunny, and so does other people that have millions of listeners that people never heard of. Like,
and they're not. I've heard of Bad Bunny. What?
Yeah. Well, now we have because of the Super Bowl, of course. But my point.
No, Bad Bunny been a thing, brother, for a long time.
Yeah, he has, but. Not like 10 years ago, not like 5 or 10 years ago. Like he been hot.
5 years ago, he was definitely. He had a song.
He's been hot, man. Because I know I was traveling through Europe like 5 years ago or plus, and I remember all I heard in Europe was like Bad Bunny. That's all I heard out there. So I was like, I already knew Bad Bunny back then, but like you're right. When I got back to the States, they wasn't playing no Bad Bunny at that time. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't playing it.
To go back to the point, just because people don't play, and I'm not saying Bad Bunny's good, but just because people you don't go outside and you don't go to a club and you don't hear people playing, it doesn't mean there's not quality artists or the art is not quality. Some people just haven't been heard. Some people are blackballed. Blackballing does exist, right? Being played really. Sexy Red is played. Is Sexy Red a quality artist?
No.
Can you exactly?
But
So
she's down with
exactly.
Drake though. But she's down with Drake. She's on 2 songs, by the way, on his albums. So you could tell she's definitely getting that push from Drake. She's getting that Drake
Even
push.
before that, she was known before Drake. I'll be real. Sexy Red was definitely known.
Yeah,
before
but
Drake.
like Drake and
Definitely.
Nicki Minaj catapulted her. They catapulted her. There's a difference between being like
Kind
industry
of. really.
fame, like what Drake is basically doing with this new artist, Molly Santana. We'll see what happens with this artist. Let's mark it right here on this stream. We're gonna see what happens with this Molly Santana.
You've never
Drake
heard
is
of
definitely
Molly Santana before Drake?
Nah. And I'll tell you right now, the verse that I heard on the Drake album, I thought was trash.
Bro.
I thought this shit was trash, anyways. So I don't care.
I thought she had the best verse on that song. The Drake's on the Molly Santana feature Drake song. I think she has the best verse.
That's cool.
I think she has the best verse.
What? Not Hannah Montana, but Molly Santana. Not Hannah Montana, but Santa Montana. No, that shit was trash. That shit was trash.
Flow, no lyricism, so it was kind of hard to pick who sounded the
That
best.
shit was trash, man. You said you were from the lyrics.
The album was trash.
You can't. Yeah,
The
you
album
can't.
was
You can't
trash.
say Illmatic and then say that shit was dope.
I think that I didn't say it was dope. That's not you. Took the words out of my
Iceman
mouth,
said
brother.
she had a
I
great
think
cadence. Okay, they
I
like her
said
cadence.
I think she had the best verse on that song. I didn't say it was a great verse. I think she had the best verse.
Oh
on that song.
yeah, I agree with you on that. Like over Future, yeah, come on. Over Future.
Drake too. Drake did not perform on that album.
Okay, I think at this point,
Drake, on
it's
every
safe to say
single
you're a Drake
album,
hater.
Drake
You don't
is
like Drake.
outperformed by his features.
You don't like
On
Drake.
Take Care, every single feature on Take Care outperformed Drake. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Wait, repeat that. What did you say?
I said
Iceman, of
on
course, says you're
Take
trolling, but
Care,
that's
every single feature outperformed Drake. That's a fact. On Take Care, every feature outperformed Drake.
I disagree.
Rihanna did better than Drake. The Weeknd did better than Drake. Rick Ross did better than Drake. Kendrick on the interlude did better than Drake. Everyone did better than Drake on Take Care. That's facts.
Nah, I'll have to disagree with you on that. I'll tell you where. On Hell Yeah, F Right, which I think is one of the best songs on Take Care. I think Drake had a better verse than Lil Wayne.
All right, are we basing that off of opinion or like facts?
I mean, it's hard to say. It's like everybody says, that music is substantial, but I think Drake had a pretty dope verse on Hell Yeah, F Right, Hell Yeah, F and Right, Hell Yeah. Nah, I think Drake had a dope verse on there. Lil Wayne came off dope on that too, because to tell you the truth, I'm not really a Lil Wayne fan, but I feel like Lil Wayne came off dope on that verse, you know? But I think they both did their thing. They both did their part. I'm not trying to say like one came whack and the other one didn't. But this fool put up a bunch of Iceman. Somebody called you a K-bot. They said you a K-bot. But
I mean, that's their opinion. I
agree with you,
just
man,
got
on some
into
things.
Kendrick's music.
Hey, I'm not hating. Like, listen, I like to hear everybody's opinion, is what I'm saying. That's why I have you up on here. Like, I want to know. Some people are going to agree. Some people are going to disagree. I hear your points about some of the tracks sounding the same. I think that maybe, and I could be wrong, I'm just putting it out there. I think that maybe you might not have given Iceman a full, thorough listen. You know?
Disagree.
Okay, I could be wrong. Like I said, I did say.
I listened to it when it just dropped.
Okay, but like, did you give it a thorough listen? Is what I said. Everybody listened to it when it
Yes.
just dropped. Like a thorough
Yes.
listen, like sat with it.
I listened.
Okay.
I was listening to the lyricism. I was listening to the production. I was listening to the flows. I listened to the whole album thoroughly, and the conclusion that I came to, it was mid at best. Right? The production 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Give the production, but Drake has nothing to do with the production.
So you like the production? Okay.
Flow, I give Drake like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Very basic, very mid. Lyricism, I give. He had.
Are you
some
saying
good
it's basic
punchlines
for
in it.
Drake, or is it basic just overall, or is it basic for Drake?
I say overall it was basic.
Like
You know what I'm
compared to
saying?
other
Like-
rappers, because I think he sounds
definitely.
better than most rappers.
I disagree. I can name probably 10 rappers that have a better flow than Drake right now.
Name 5 of them.
Jid, Kendrick, Bodie James. I'm gonna go Mike. I'm gonna go Earl Sweatshirt. That's 5.
Earl Sweatshirt.
Or Earl Sweatshirt.
Dude, I know Earl
Gibbs,
Sweatshirt personally. I know Earl Sweatshirt
good.
personally.
Nice.
I have the videos to prove it. He shot me out. And
that's cool.
I gotta say, I disagree with you on that. And that's my homie. Earl Sweatshirt's my homie.
You can disagree, but he definitely.
I think Drake is a much better rapper than Earl Sweatshirt.
Whoa!
Much better rapper.
Man.
And Earl Sweatshirt
All right.
and Earl Sweatshirt shouted me out. And I'm gonna say this to Earl. I'm gonna say this. Shout out Earl. Shout out Layla Steinberg. Shout out Tyler. Shout out what's his name? Homeboy, other homeboy from Odd Future. I can't remember his name right now, but you know what I'm talking about. The other homeboy, the hype man, whatever his name was. He was cool. He was always cool. Like shout out Odd Future. I remember Odd Future when we was all coming up.
Hold on. You said Drake is a better lyricist than Earl. Can you give me pillars on how?
Hell yeah, man! All the way around. Lyricist, rapper, vocal delivery, singing, versatility.
No. We're talking about
frequency.
Rap. You can't say singing. You said he's a better rapper.
All around. All that's part of rapping, man. Frequency.
Singing is not a part of rapping, bro. Rapping is rhythm and poetry, gang. It's not singing is not a part of rapping. That's a whole.
Oh no. You're right. But I'm just saying.
Pop rap.
Like Ari Spears, had to say on
about...
Vlad. Like Ari Spears had to say on Vlad. That's like saying if you want to do one-on-one, you saying I can't dunk. Like I gotta just take jump shots all day. Like man, rap like singing is a part of rapping.
All right.
Singing is a part of rapping. There's a lot of singers who have sang in rap. Like we can go back to the 90s.
Singing and there is a subgenre.
There's a lot of singing and rap. Jodeci sang a lot of rap songs.
Not rap, right? If you break down rap, rhythm and poetry, right? The elements of rap, you got rhyme schemes. That's definitely the number one element
you got
of
what
rap,
I need.
because you're not gonna listen to a song that doesn't rhyme.
Let me ask you a question, man. Biz Markie.
Best rhyme scheme, and you pull up Earl Sweatshirt's best rhyme scheme. It's not even going to be.
Let me
close.
ask you a question though. Earl Sweatshirt does sing. He does sing.
No,
he does sing. Well, he sings on hooks. He sings on hooks.
No,
not really, but kind of like he does his own little melodies. He does melodies. But what I'm gonna say though is that you got people like Biz Markie, Slick Rick, other rappers that came out at a long time ago, but also would sing on their hooks. Maybe they weren't really necessarily considered singers, but they were singing in some ways. But like I said, you're right. Drake does the R&B thing. I'm not trying to compare that to this, but what I'm saying though is the versatility of Drake, like. That should be in the arsenal.
You said he's a better rapper, bro.
Rapper, all around.
He's not a better rapper though. Can you show me with proof, right? Because we can prove this. Can you show me?
What
a
proof?
Drake rhyme scheme?
What are we looking at? We're not looking at streams, obviously, right?
Yeah, we're not. We're looking at rhyme schemes.
Yeah, we're not looking at record sales. So like, hold on. I just want to make sure. We're not like, if we want to compare who's the better rapper, I just want to make sure we're not looking at record sales, right?
Of course not. I'm gonna say what I said again, right? Can you pull up a Drake rhyme scheme and I'll pull up an Earl Sweatshirt rhyme scheme? Can we do that to see who's a better rapper? Can we do that?
Yeah. I was just looking at what some people were saying in YouTube. Somebody said on YouTube, it's not on TikTok, because I'm also streaming on YouTube right now. Somebody say you're clearly a hater.
They can say whatever they want. I'm just going off of facts.
No, I like to hear your opinion. Like that's why I didn't. I'm real, man. I hear some people that like will come up against somebody who might be against the opinion of what they're thinking, and then they'll just cut them off or just move on. I like to be real, man. I like to hear what you guys got to say. I like to keep it real, like, because some people will just be like, "Oh, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm gonna go to the next." But like, no, let's hear your opinion, because you are stating some good facts. But some people on YouTube are saying you are clearly. Because I'm also streaming this on YouTube, just to let you know. I'm not just streaming on TikTok. And some people on YouTube, you can go to our YouTube, which is beatGrade, by the way. For those of you watching, beatGrade, send some likes. It helps the algorithm.
People can say I'm hating. I'm just speaking facts. Drake is definitely not a better lyricist or a better rapper. Let me say that. He's not a better rapper than Earl Sweatshirt, bro. That's not true.
I have to disagree with you, man. And I love Earl Sweatshirt, man. I love Earl Sweatshirt. That's my homie.
Brother, look, I respect your opinion, bro. But
Yo, I'm gonna just tell you right now. If you think I'm lying, let me just say this real quick. If you think I'm lying,
I don't think you're lying.
No. I mean, like, you can go to my YouTube channel. Like, go to beatGrade, what you see right here in the top.
Brother,
B-A-T.
I don't think you're lying. If you met Earl, you met Earl.
It's not just about meeting Earl. It's not just about meeting him. It's about
a better rapper than him. Bro.
It's not. I'm just saying this. It's not just about meeting Earl. It's that he's also shouted us out. So it's like we didn't just meet.
And that's cool, bro. But we talking about rap right now, right?
Yeah, I'm letting you know. I'm not gonna be biased.
Sing better than Earl Sweatshirt, but if we're talking rap, rhythm, and poetry, the essence of hip hop, he is not better than Earl Sweatshirt. And if you think he is, then you have not dug into Earl Sweatshirt's discography. That's a fact.
Well, if we're going off of numbers, and then, like they say, the numbers don't lie.
We're not going off of numbers. Drake is mainstream.
Yo, even the numbers in the comments say you tripping. Like,
bro. People can say I'm if I say I like vanilla ice cream and everyone in the comments disagrees with me, it doesn't make
okay. Let me do this.
My feelings invalid, bro.
Okay, let me do this. Let me read some of the comments and you tell me what you think. Let me read. Will.
He said Earl made a new album nobody cares about. Everyone was talking about.
That's TikTok. Let me read the YouTube.
So what are we talking about, bro?
Let me read the YouTube real quick. Let me read the YouTube real quick because you can't see the YouTube is different from the TikTok. So let me read that. One person said an interesting comment I think you should hear. They said, if Drake isn't a top rapper, Kendrick wouldn't have wanted to battle him for 13 years. Get this guy off the line. He's saying SHIT just to discredit. Singing is a part of hip-hop, which I agree, and I did say that. The proof is Kendrick. Hey, this is YouTube. I don't even know who this is, but this is someone commenting on YouTube. Like, I'm just saying, man. They said, this is proof Kendrick wanted to battle him for 13 years.
Can I respond to his question?
Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Then you respond. He said, you're not going off of facts. Okay, this looks like it's directed towards you, so you might want to hear this part. He says, you're not going off of facts. That's your opinion, young man. Your opinion isn't facts. You got Jay-Z.
So one thing. Hold on. I want to respond to his comment because he just made a stupid ass point, right? So let's say, I'm not saying Kendrick Lamar is unknown, but we can come to the agreement before the beef, Drake was more known than Kendrick Lamar, right? So if I was a lesser known artist and a bigger known artist would want to beef with me, why would I not engage in the beef to boost my sales? Like, what? That has nothing to do. Just because Kendrick engaged in a beef with Drake, it doesn't mean that, oh, I see Drake as this big-ass lyricist, I want to engage in a beef with him. Bro, he did it to boost his own sales to feed his family, bro. So that's a stupid-ass take, right? And the second he's saying I'm going off of opinion, you can say that, but if you dissect the technical side of hip-hop, I'm going off of facts. I'm going off of rhyme schemes. I'm going off of punchlines. I'm going off of figurative language. I'm going off of facts, bro. Lyrically, Drake is not better than Jid. He's not better than Kendrick. He's not better than Earl Sweatshirt. He's not better than... Bro, Drake is not even a top 40 rapper right now, in my opinion. Facts.
You're tripping. You're tripping right there.
Facts.
So people are saying I got to get you off the line. Panda said I got to get you off the line. People are saying get you out of here. They're saying you got to get up out of here. Yo. I want to talk to you real quick. Let me talk to him real quick. I hear what you're saying. You sound like you don't like Drake. Are you a Drake hater? Just be honest.
It's not that I don't like Drake, fam. I don't know why that's a huge misconception, bro. I have no problem with Drake. I'm going off of facts, bro. I already said Drake has good songs. I've said that multiple times, bro. If a nigga has good songs, I'm giving him credit. Pound Cake is a wonderful song. Champagne Poetry is a wonderful song. I'm giving the man credit. But putting him in top 3 conversations when he's not even top 10, top 15 is ridiculous. That's how I feel. But I respect it. If you want to get me off the live,
no, man. I respect your takes. See, I had you on for like almost an hour, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Nah, we got to get some more of your takes. Like you said, you follow, I'm gonna hit you back, man. Nah, we need this. This is what we need in hip hop culture. So I appreciate you, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Respect, bro.
Yeah, everybody has their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Some people like Sexy Red, and I don't. You know what I mean? So, but hey, some of my homegirls, when my homegirls come over, if I play Sexy Red, they ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? They all twerking and shit, right? There's a time and a place for all music. There's a time and a place. So I understand not everybody's gonna.
That.
What's that?
I said I could agree with that.
Nice. So it's like, yeah, one of my homies said to me one time, you know, KRS-One, right? He was like, I love KRS-One, but I ain't trying to hear him in the strip club. You know? Drake made some songs for the strippers. We already know that. We already know Drake makes songs for strippers. I don't really feel that with the Iceman album. That's more for the Habibi. Or no, Habibi is more like you chilling with the girl. Maid of Honor is more like you're at the strip club or you're at the party or you're dancing. That's what that's for. So he made one for the clubs, made one for the girls, and he made one for the people that like lyrics.
Songs, but it doesn't mean he's a quality artist.
No, I know.
Like,
I know.
3
albums though. I'm just saying these 3 albums were strategized. He didn't just drop 3 albums to drop 3 albums. It was also for the label, but it was also one album was for the people that want to hear the lyrics and the raps like me. There was another album that was for the women. If you chilling with your girl, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna test it with one of my girls. You have your girl come over and you put the album on. That's Habibi, I think. That's for the ladies.
Nobody's playing that around their girl, gang. I ain't gonna lie.
I disagree. I disagree. Everybody said that Drake is for the ladies.
Nobody's girl is being like,
yo, are you serious?
Baby Drake album.
Are you serious? Come on, man. Everybody knows. Everybody knows the females like Drake. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the females like Drake. I mean, I don't know. I ain't never. Yo, let me tell you this, man.
The females that I've been talking to, they've said the albums were trash. The females that I've been talking to, they said the albums were trash.
In New York? You in New York, right?
I'm in Florida, gang. I don't live in New York.
Florida. My bad. That's another cat. Wait. Okay, my bad. I was talking to a couple of you. Wait, what part of Florida again?
I didn't say my part, but I'm in like Orlando area, you could say.
Okay, I like Orlando. I've been out there. Shout out to Disney World. Would you say it's a little different out there?
As in what?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. New York and LA seems to be feeling it. Maybe Orlando's a little behind.
I mean, people love Drake. People still love Drake in Florida, right? I'm not saying Drake is not a well-loved
Miami for
artist,
sure.
But what I'm saying is, I ain't gonna lie. If a female come in my ears talking about some play that new Drake, I'ma stone her, gang. She deserves to get stoned, bro. Like, I'm just being honest, gang. Like, no female is gonna come around and say that shit. Like that, the album, bro. Not even top 3 album of this year. Not even. So much more quality.
I disagree with you on that.
So can I name?
It's gonna be a top album. It's already a top album. He's already sold.
As in numbers, sure, right? Numbers, sure in numbers, but numbers doesn't equate to skill. We're talking album quality. It is not a top album, bro. Casino was better. Spyro Suitcases by Larry June and Currency and The Alchemist was better. What else dropped 2026? Some other heat.
I agree with you. Those albums were better. But everybody, listen to the difference. Let me just say this real quick. I understand and I agree with you that those albums might have been better, like the Larry June, Alchemist. I love that. But what I'm trying to say, though, is that...
Oh, yeah, the Fall Off, too. That's another one.
Yeah, I love the J. Cole album. Great. Oh, amazing. The first disc, too, he had 2 discs. The first one was amazing. But I got to say this, though, man. I think what the difference is with Drake was that people wanted to hear him address the beef, and he was kind of silent on it. And with this album with Iceman, he actually took the time to go and address the beef.
This nigga said Iceman over the Fall Off. Man, Drake fans just be chatting, bro. Man, bro.
F what they think. I mean, I have to go back and listen to the Fall Off again myself. I like they're talking about J. Cole, right? Like,
yeah,
that shit was dope. Man. I love the Fall Off too. But let me just say,
hip hop is not about numbers. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's not about numbers, but it kind of is in a way, though. It's not, but it is. It's not about how many records you sell, but it is about the cultural impact. And right now, Drake is infecting the culture. He is.
I mean, in a bad way, if we're being honest.
He did. No, I think he
kinda-
did before. I think he did before, and Kendrick checked him on that. It's like Jay-Z and Nas. When Jay-Z was doing all that big pimping, spending millions or spending cheese, whatever, right? We all remember that shit, right? Big pimping. Jay-Z was doing all that commercial stuff, and then Nas was like, Stillmatic. Like, oh, who brought you the ether? Oh, what? You know, I'm a racist camel. You think you're getting girls now because of your looks? You know, Nas came and just destroyed him on ether. I think we all can agree with that, right? Can we agree with that?
That really wasn't my time. I'd have to go back.
How old are you, man?
I don't like saying my age. Gang.
Okay, what year were you born, or what generation are you?
Gen Z.
No, you're not Gen Z. I could tell.
If that's what you think, but I'm definitely Gen Z, bro.
Okay, so what year was that? What year was that? Just say the year Gen Z.
Gen Z is between 1997 and 2010, I think, or 2011.
No, you're wrong.
So
You're
I was
wrong. That's
born
not Gen
between
Z.
those years.
That's how I know you ain't Gen Z.
So
I'm Gen Z.
Look it up.
No, I'm Gen Z. I'm Gen Z. You're wrong. Gen Z is the 70s. Oh wait, you Gen Z.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's not. Are you trolling?
Oh no. They say you trolling. No, you're right. You're right. My
Bro,
bad.
Gen Z, gang, you can look it up.
No, you're right. You're right. My bad. I got you
All right.
confused with Gen X.
All right, yeah, Gen Z.
Gen Z. Okay, so you like, is that like millennial? You after millennial? Wait, what year is that again?
From 1997 to 2012.
So yeah. That's a different generation.
I'm between those years.
Yeah, that's a much different generation. So you was like 18 in early 2000s.
I don't know.
Like early 2000s. Yeah. Like somewhere around there. Okay, so you grew up
your
in
math
hip hop.
kinda bad,
You
gang,
grew up.
I
You
ain't
didn't
gonna
grow up in the 90s with hip hop. But that's cool though. But you know what's up. Like you respect that generation. So that's all that matters. But okay.
Facts.
But it also does matter when you was born, because you were around your friends and your people in school and your peers and people you're around, so that they kind of do influence. They do, what everybody's listening to around you. It does kind of play a part.
You said I was born in 2010, I guess. My bad. I'm listening, fam. Go ahead.
No. I hear you. No, that's good. Yeah. So that's a different time. Okay. That's a different time. That's like when hip hop was already mainstream.
Even though it's a different time, I still pay respect to the early 2000s, the 90s. I actually understand hip hop, even though being a Gen Z.
No, it sounds like you do.
Drake fans in the comments.
It sounds like you do.
They
It sounds
don't
like you do.
understand hip hop. I'll be real.
No, the reason
I don't
why,
think there's.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think there's any Drake fans over the age of, like, real diehard fans. There's no way there's real diehard Drake fans over the age of 40. No way. I do not believe that one bit. There's no way. You're a real hip hop head and you have Drake in your top 3 artists.
I didn't say top 3.
I do not believe it.
I never said top 3. Yeah.
Well, yeah, not you, but there's people. I'm saying I don't.
You see
believe
my
there's
wall
a
right here.
40-year-old that has
I don't
Drake
even
in it.
have Drake or Kendrick
I
on my
see
wall.
it.
Yeah.
I see it, but there's no way there's a 40-year-old that has Drake in their top 3. If you're 40 or 50, that means you grew up when hip hop was hip hop, right? If you know hip hop, you know for a fact Drake ain't no top 3, top 5 better than Michael Jackson. You know Drake is not on any of these niggas' level. He ain't on Nas' level. He ain't on Rakim's level. He ain't on Ghostface Killer's level. He's not on Kendrick's level. He's not on none of these niggas' level, gang. He's not on MF Doom's level. He's on none of these people's level. Facts.
MF Doom, it's interesting you say that, because what happened, unfortunately, with MF Doom, Drake actually posted that on his Instagram about MF Doom.
He was a fan.
Yeah,
Facts.
He actually said that MF Doom was one of his favorite rappers. See, that's why I know Drake knows what's up.
He may know what's up, and I agree. Drake.
Yeah, he actually admitted. He said that MF Doom was one of his favorite rappers. So,
facts, because he's one of the best rappers. He's one of the best rappers all time. Facts, easy.
Yeah. I met Doom once, just to let you know, without the mask on, by the way.
So you met everyone?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, growing up in LA, you're gonna meet some people. You know what I mean?
These people are saying, "Who's my top 3?"
Yeah, who's
rappers?
your top 3 right now or all time? All time.
All time. I gotta put Doom up there.
Okay.
That's probably.
I'm not mad at that. Let's go. Doom. Madlib is one of my favorite producers, so Madlib is like my top 5, man, producers of all time.
Nah, it's kind of hard, bro, because there's a lot of good MCs, bro. I might do like a whole bunch of honorable mentions. I'm gonna say, all right, these people gonna be in my honorable mentions. I'm putting Should Kate? Nah, Kate, I might go in one of the spots. I'm gonna put Big Pun in one of my honorable mentions. I'm gonna put Earl. I'm gonna put.
There you go with Earl, man. You a big Earl fan? Okay, we gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. We keep these shots going, man. I'm gonna have to introduce you to Earl.
I'm gonna put Nas.
Yeah, KRS-One for sure.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I'm gonna put Jid. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put Capital Steez honorable mention. I'm gonna put Joey Badass. Joey Badass was actually a solid lyricist. I ain't gonna lie.
Reggie
I'm gonna put
Noble.
Joey Badass honorable mention. I'm gonna put. I think I already said Jid.
Let me ask you a question, man.
My personal. I'm just gonna do my top 3 personal favorite. I'm gonna say Doom. I'm gonna say Dre 3000, and I'm gonna say K Dot. I think those are my 3.
I could agree with Kendrick. Who again? Kendrick, and who else?
Oh yeah, Mos Def. Yeah, that's a good one too. I forgot. Mos Def he honorable mention too. There's a lot of good rappers. It's hard to do a top 3. There's a lot of good ass rappers.
Yo, E, I appreciate you, man. Hey, can you jump back on if you're gonna be around on the stream a little bit later? They're saying they want me to let some other people up, but I appreciate your take, man. Like you were spitting some realness.
All right, for sure.
Let me tell you this though, man. I agree with what you're saying though, and I just gotta say, like with Drake, I feel with this album, I do feel that he took the time to like listen to what everybody was saying though. You know what I mean? Like I agree with you on albums that he dropped previously, that maybe he was just getting the money, just getting the Maid, whatever. I'm just gonna get the money, get the hoes, whatever. But I feel like with this project, I feel like he knew it was bigger than that. It's not about the money. It's not about this, and it's not about that. The other 2 albums he dropped were for the money, but this album I feel was. I feel personally, even if you're not a Drake fan, and this is the message I just want to send through, even if you're not a Drake fan, and yes, Janice Shut the F Up, which was a dope track, Jamal, I agree. Even if you're not a Drake fan.
I gotta disagree.
Okay. Well, you said there's a couple that you like on there, so everybody has their takes. I think that I think out of all the albums that Drake has dropped, whether you're a Drake fan or not, I think this is one of his best albums. The Iceman. I'm just speaking about the Iceman.
Hell nah.
So I didn't say it was his best. I say it's one of his best. It's one of his.
Nah.
I say it's in his top. So what are his top? Okay, so let me just ask you this. I know we everybody said they think you're a Drake hater, but let's just ask this question.
All right.
What are your top 3 Drake albums if you can name that?
I'll go. What's that one album with the picture with him as a baby, with Pound Cake on it? What's that album called? Is it called Nothing Was the Same?
Yeah, Nothing Was the Same. And I think that this album, Iceman, reminds me of Nothing Was the Same. He's rapping on this album. He is rapping on this album, yo. That's what he was doing on Nothing Was the Same. He was rapping on that complete album.
Drake rapped on
he was rapping on Iceman.
Songs.
You gonna say he wasn't rapping?
On 3 songs on
Yo,
Iceman.
you gonna say he wasn't? Okay, they're saying I gotta get you off.
He was rapping. I give him his
Okay,
credit.
Yeah. Speak the truth, man. Speak the truth. He was rapping on Iceman.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Nothing Was the Same. I'm gonna go. I might either go More Life or Scorpion. I don't know. I think More Life was kind of solid. That's what it's called, right? With Passion.
Yeah. More Life and Scorpion.
That was a solid project.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and check those albums. On behalf of you, I'm gonna check them.
The same. I'm gonna go More Life. I'll say those are the 3 I like the most.
Okay, let me put it in my chat. Hey, sound like somebody who was born in 2010. You sound like someone who was born in 2010. More Life.
2010. Know about Nas? That's
nah, you got the internet. It's not that hard. You can look it up.
That's true, but
you look up any top 10 hip hop.
Really into that type of music.
Yeah, but if you look up any top 10 greatest rap albums of all time, Illmatic is always on that list. If Illmatic isn't on that list, then they don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's reached that point.
I mean,
it's reached that point. It's almost like saying like King of Pop or the best pop music and not mentioning Michael Jackson Thriller. It's like, you don't know what's up with music. It's reached that point. Like Michael Jackson's at that level. And this is a whole other subject, but I'll just say real quick. It's like Michael Jackson, and I said this before the movie. I'm not just saying this because the movie came out, but I'll just say Michael Jackson is at that level to where it's like, I don't like Michael Jackson, which I rarely hear. But every now and then you do come across some people that will say, I don't like Michael Jackson. And it's like, oh, if you don't like Michael Jackson,
I've never heard anybody in my life say that.
I've heard people say that.
Just rage baiting. I've never heard it. You've heard that before?
Yeah, the people that were trying to take him to court and allege him for the crimes that he admitted. One of the cops actually.
That don't mean they don't like his music.
Yeah, they said no. One said that. He said he don't listen to Michael Jackson.
I respect it though. You say you want me to hop off. Can you add other people, like, or you just want to do 1-on-1? If you want to do 1-on-1, I'll hop off. Let you add other people.
Yeah. You know what? I gotta go grab something still here. I'll have somebody else hop on real quick with y'all. Here, let me see who else is on.
Yeah.
Let me see. Sometimes I like it when I go on my rant, but I'll let you guys talk. Go ahead.
What's going on, bro?
Pranda.
What's the word, Greg? What up, Charles? What's the word?
What's going on, family? How you doing?
I'm alright, man. Oh, you might not like what I gotta say, Chosen. I don't know.
Cool.
No, but respectfully, there is no way that you are in Gen Z and you were naming your top 5 lyricists and you were naming honorable mentions and
Facts.
you wasn't naming people like Big Boy, Goody Mob, Big L.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
speak
saying?
to
Like,
him.
Yeah, those people up there.
You see what I'm
family.
saying?
I
Like,
forgot
but
about
you know
them.
what? You know what I learned about?
Yeah, Jin from ATL though, but not Goody Mob or Outkast for real.
Big L is
You know
definitely
what?
up there. I agree with you.
You
bro.
know what?
You
It's
see what I'm
crazy.
saying?
It's
Yeah, I
a
agree with you.
cliche. It's a fad to put. Everyone wants to put Andre in their list, but they forget about Big Boy. That's when I know this.
I agree. Big Boy's
Fast.
cold too, bro.
But
Like
you
I
didn't.
said,
You
it
didn't
was
mention
hard
them.
to.
No. The only
Right.
dispute that I have, my fault for cutting up. The
No,
only
you
dispute
good,
that
brother.
I
I
have
appreciate
with the Drake situation, and I don't want to come off like a Drake stan, but it's
For
like
sure.
when people say that he's not a good artist or a good lyricist, you gotta take into account when you're making art. Let's take Andre 3000 for example. Let's take Drake out of the entire situation. When you're an artist and you're an MC, everything that you do, especially when it's in the eye of the public, is intentional. He is one of the bro. When you're
I'm
that
an
good
MC,
of
I'm
an
an
artist,
MC and I know MC, so I'm gonna tell you like
me too.
some
Me too.
people-
That's what I'm saying. What I'm
Shout
saying,
out to
like
you,
when
fam, but look, some people like I think Sexy Red is a perfect example. None of her shit that she drops is intentional. Cardi
Yes, it
B is a
is.
good example.
Oh,
No,
look.
it's not.
Yes, it is. No, bro. You gotta
No,
understand what the
Dang.
market is. When you have a market, everything you do is intentional for that market. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Let's say, for
Exactly.
example, if
That's
you're an
facts.
activist artist, your music is going to be intentional on social awareness.
AKA Kendrick
People-
Lamar. AKA
You see what I'm
Kendrick
saying?
Lamar.
Your intention is going to be social awareness, throwing out information, talking about your struggles, being more relatable to people who are in your market. You're not gonna go out here and make commercial music. You see what I'm saying?
That's
so
why-
everything you
that's
do
why
within
Drake-
that is going to
That's
be
why
intentional.
Drake is so versatile.
I hear what
though.
you guys are
That's
saying.
why Drake is like the
Go
best
ahead.
for all around the world. You could get the Europe sound from him. You could get the Caribbean sound. You could get the American sound. You get Toronto sound. He's
Now
too
look.
versatile.
Let me pause you.
I'm
real quick,
gonna
family.
keep it real. I'm gonna keep it
Hold
real with
on,
you.
hold on. I just want to say one thing, and I'll let y'all continue. Right?
Yeah, no,
I hear what you guys are saying. The point that you're standing on, you are correct. There is a market, right? But every point that you just made has nothing to do with who's better as a lyricist and who's better as an artist. Yes, there's a market. Yes, people make specific music to appeal to a certain market. But if we're breaking down the essence of hip hop, if we're breaking it down on a technical level, that has nothing to do with who's better as an MC.
So what
But
makes Drake not
every
what makes
you
Drake
know
not
every
an MC
10
though?
years hip hop changes, right? Through the history of hip hop. Every 10 years it always changed. Before it was Wu-Tang, right?
What does
Then
that
it
have
went
to
to
do with
Jay-Z. Because the sound of hip hop is gonna always evolve as long as there's technology. As long
Surely
as
the
life
sound will
evolves,
evolve, family, but no matter if the
that's where
sound
we at.
evolves
Right
or whether
now.
the sound doesn't
Right
evolve,
now,
right?
Do you remember?
There's a technical side of hip hop.
yeah, right now we in the party mode. We in the party mode of hip hop.
I gotta disagree, bro.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. All right, I'm gonna say this real quick. So
I'm
you
listening.
said I don't like how people are comparing Drake to Kendrick, because if Drake was so trash, we wouldn't even be talking about him. Why he has been gone for so long and everybody's talking about this guy.
Like, if anything,
Because he's one of the most
compare.
popular
Wait, hold
artists.
on. Compare. He's popular for a reason, but compare Kendrick to somebody else. Compare it to
Why don't we compare Kendrick? Hold on. Let me finish.
Let him get his point.
I let you finish, bro. Chill, bro.
I
Bro,
didn't even cut you
please.
off, man. I was up.
No, you are. You cut me off now.
Bro, go ahead,
Whole time. You got Big Crit. You got Joey Badass. You got quote unquote Big Sean. If you want to just take it there.
Big Sean is nasty.
You got. I know. But you got Meek Mill. You got people from his era. You got people. You had Nipsey Hussle. You had so many
Isaiah
people.
Rashad.
You got Mac Miller, rest his soul. You had so many people. You had so many people to compare him to. You had J. Cole. Why aren't y'all saying anything towards him? Why does it have to be this guy? If he's the weakest link.
To answer your question,
hold on. And the second thing I'm gonna say, the second thing I want to say, because you said you were talking about Take Care. You were like, this shit ain't Take Care. If I'm gonna keep it real, I think when Take Care came out, you was probably super young when Take Care came out. You wasn't outside to appreciate.
He don't know about that Take Care impact. He don't know about that.
And then the thing is, when Take Care came out, the thing about Drake music is everybody remembers that point of their lives when that album came out. That shit is like a memory.
Hey,
Midnight.
I gotta interrupt you with this one comment. This is how I know he wasn't outside. When that Rihanna song and Drake came out, that I love and I lost, that dun 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 dun. He wasn't outside. He didn't go to the house parties when that was out.
I'm gonna say this. Let me just say this last part, and I'm
one
gonna
at
let
a
you
time.
finish.
One at a time, though, because the live gotta hear what y'all saying.
Yeah, I just want to say this last part. I'm gonna let y'all talk. So people was making fun of him. They didn't appreciate that Drake. They didn't appreciate Take Care at all. Take Care wasn't getting no traction and appreciation until like he dropped Views or after he dropped Views. When he dropped Scorpion and Certified Lover Boy, that's when people started appreciating and coming back to Take Care. Because he was in a different space. He kept reinventing himself. Almost every Drake album is a different Drake. He constantly reinvents himself.
Just like Kanye West.
I gotta get
Hold on. It's on Chosen.
But go ahead.
So to the point that you made about not being outside or not being alive, right? That has nothing to do with the quality of the album, right? That's like me saying, okay, you weren't around when Aquemini by Outkast or Illmatic by Nas is out, so you can't have an opinion on it because you weren't around when it came out. The internet exists. I can go and listen to Take Care. I can go and listen to Good Kid, Mad City. I can go and listen to Pimp a Butterfly. I can go and listen to albums and compare the quality of an album, right? So me being around has nothing to do with the quality of an album. Was it probably a club banger? Were people probably dancing and moving to it when they were outside? Sure, you can say that. But if we're talking the quality of an album, the essence of what an album is, it is not a quality album, right?
So, like, my fault. Go ahead.
And there was another point that you made. You said that, why are you comparing Drake to Kendrick? I don't compare Drake to Kendrick. That's what the people are doing. I don't think Drake and Kendrick are on the same level at all. Why they're being compared, I have no idea.
But I'm not talking about. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just keep this real quick. I'm not talking about you going on the internet and listening to it. I'm talking about as the world listened to this album when it first came out. This comes from Jay-Z's The Black Album. This comes from when you heard Good Kid, Mad City. This comes from when you heard King by T.I. the first time. When people was outside, when people heard Get Rich or Die Trying for the first time around the world, like the anticipation of a great album or from a great artist, we all heard it and took it for what it was. We loved it or we didn't appreciate it. That's what happens with Drake music. A lot of Drake music, you don't appreciate it right at the first listen.
That's facts.
It takes a minute. That shit has I promise you, bro.
Can I ask
if you
one
listen
question?
to his music,
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Mom. Midnight, I just want to ask a question for everybody, even in the chat.
What you said has, once again, right, it has nothing to do with album quality.
I'm
asking a question. Listen, my question is, do you think Good Kid, Mad City is better than Views?
Yes.
For sound quality, lyricism,
Yes.
and artistry.
Yes. Yes.
No, it's
Yes.
actually not, bro. Because Good Kid, Mad City only
Listen.
took you in, gave you Compton. Views, he took you all around Toronto and America and the Caribbean.
Explain
He
how he
gave
did
you-
that.
Okay,
Through
so
each soundtrack, explain how he did that. This nigga's on Google.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna keep it real with you. So, if you don't really understand, you won't really understand Drake, or you don't even
Bro,
understand.
don't say I don't
views.
understand Drake.
Hold on, let me finish, bro.
Look,
Hold
no,
on, let me
bro, 'cause
finish.
you
I'm gonna
can't-
finish. Let me
look,
finish
look, hold
my
on, hold on,
statement.
hold on.
Nah, I'm
Let
about
him
to
say
finish my
his point.
statement.
You can disagree.
Let me
Just
finish
let
my
him get his
statement.
point
You
out.
can't speak.
You gotta control
Yeah,
yourself,
he
bro.
was talking all night.
I'm
I'm
saying
not
you
saying
can
this.
say
not
your
get
I'm not
enough.
point.
saying this in a disrespectful way. Let me just land, bro. Whole time you don't understand his music unless you just go to his city, bro. Like, I promise you.
You
When
just try.
literally I didn't like Views at first. And then when I went up there and I seen how diverse and how different it is, he's really making music for his city. He be making music for his sound and for his city. All that stuff made sense. His lyrics, if you listen to Western Road Flow, you listen to Views, you listen to
Keep the family
You With
close.
Me.
Like, are you
Keep the
serious?
Family. When you listen
That's
to
one of the best intros.
Feel No Ways, when you listen to Feel No Ways, when you walking through the city and you just listen to Feel No Ways, bro, it's a whole different sound, bro. That's why, like, at first I wasn't
That
feeling
has
it.
nothing to do
But
with album quality.
but you
bro.
have to be
Once
there.
again,
You have
What do you
to
mean?
be
That
in
was
his city. He
Apple's
made the
first. That's
city for his
Apple's
city.
first Sonic.
Everything
what is it
that
called?
you're
The
saying,
Apple,
I hear what you're
the
saying.
Apple
bro.
Audio
One
music.
at
That was
one
the
at a
first
time, y'all.
album.
The live gotta hear what y'all saying. Y'all talking over
Go
each
ahead,
other.
go
They're
ahead.
not gonna be able to
I
hear
hear what you're
y'all
saying,
I'm not trying to
brother, but
interrupt.
that
I'm not
has
trying to.
nothing to do with
You good.
album quality, bro. You can make the same point. I'm not from Canada. I'm not from the city, so I won't understand the music. I'm breaking down the technical side of hip hop, bro. If you break down the technical side of hip hop, Drake is not a better rapper than Kendrick. If you break down the technical side of what an album is, Views is not better than Good Kid, Mad City.
Bro,
It's very
okay,
simple,
I gotta
bro.
interrupt you.
I
I
get what
gotta
he-
interrupt you. I gotta interrupt because here's why.
Go ahead,
You
Mom.
can't tell
You.
me. You can't tell me Basquiat is a better painter than Keith Haring. It's all graffiti and it's all street art. So hip hop is similar. You can't say Kendrick is better than Drake.
Yes, you can.
Kendrick ain't going nowhere. Kendrick's sound ain't leaving America. Kendrick's
Mom,
sound.
I'm gonna say
Kendrick
this to
sounds
this
not-
point
all right,
though,
now
Mom.
you just
Hold on,
talk. Now
Chosen.
you're
Hold on. No.
Now
I
you're
got you, Chosen, because I get what you saying. I don't fully agree, but I get what you're saying. So I'm gonna say this in hopes of it clearing what you're trying to say. He's saying that Kendrick. He's not saying that Drake is a lesser artist than Kendrick. What he's saying when he said technicality, he's talking about how strong songs is structured, bar structure, and stuff like that. Like Kendrick has the technicalities of an MC. Drake is not an MC. He's an artist. Like he's not gonna pull up somewhere and come freestyle somewhere or be in ciphers or be in shit like that. But he is going to outshine everybody on a record. So when Chosen is talking about,
I disagree.
yeah, I mean, I disagree too because me listening to Drake, I understand that Drake actually has a pen and people downplay it because he's so much of a pop star
Yes.
that it's like it sounds watered down to them. But you got to understand intention behind everything. Intention and everything that he does. Like, just take this rollout, for example. He's battling his own label on top of being in a rap beef that technically people say that he lost because of how it was done. But if we listen to the records, I don't see where he lost if we're talking about pen. But
He went
I
crazy,
get what they...
brother.
But we got to talk about the public perspective. So the public perspective is he lost to the better rapper. So they're going off a rap beef like this. So when he does this Iceman rollout, he iced the game out for 2 years. He technically dropped singles without dropping singles. He did everything through live streams. Then when he get the live streams, he did the whole Frank Ocean shit and put it in a visual album in a live stream before the album dropped, and then announced that he's dropping a triple fucking album.
This shit look like a Euphoria episode. This shit look like Euphoria. I thought I was watching Euphoria.
And I'm not even glazing, bro. I'm just going off facts. When I checked the numbers, the nigga did almost 10 million views on YouTube alone in less than 12 hours. And that's just YouTube.
That doesn't equate
45
How does that
minutes.
not equate
It was
to
45
skill?
minutes.
Can
45
I
minutes.
use a perfect example how that doesn't equate to skill?
Sexy-
so
go on,
before
go
you
on,
say
go
that,
on. We
hold on,
listen,
yeah, go
we
ahead.
listen.
I'm gonna go after him. I'm gonna go after him only
Go ahead,
because
you
I want
finish,
to point
man.
out. No, because what you finna say is gonna tie into my answer. So go ahead.
And I'm gonna go after you. I'm gonna go after you. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
respectful.
you good.
And then I'll
Numbers
go
does-
last. I'll go last.
Numbers does not equal skill, and I'll use once again. You could use Sexy Red. You can use any comparison, right? Sexy Red definitely is getting more numbers than Nas. She probably has more monthly listeners than Nas. Is she better than Nas?
That
No.
wasn't my point though.
No,
that
she's
was your
not.
point. You said
we
you
all
wasn't.
know Sexy
Hold on,
Red is
hold on,
not better than Nas.
Hold on.
I
think
never
Sexy
landed
Red
my
is
plane.
sexy,
You
she's
stopped
not
me
better
when
than
I
Nas.
started talking about numbers. When
Listen,
I started
brother,
talking about
listen,
numbers, you
brother.
stopped me. I never landed my plane. That's
Listen,
why I said
brother.
what you finna say is finna tie into
Hip
my
hop
answer.
is not about numbers and streams. We not doing that. We talking about
It's
cultural
not.
impact. So
It's
yeah,
not.
keep
I
going.
was using that as impact. That's why I said I was gonna let him finish because he cut me off before I stopped what I was doing.
Yeah,
That's why
let
I
him
said I'm
go.
gonna let him
Let him finish.
go.
Panda, let him finish. Let him finish.
You didn't cut me off in a disrespectful way. I'm saying I never finished my thought before you cut me off and was saying no, numbers don't equate to
Thank you,
that. That
Judas,
wasn't
for the
even the
rose.
point of me
That's
mentioning
not-
what he was doing. The
that's
point of
not
me
what I said.
mentioning
I'm listening.
the point. Okay, well I'm gonna land my plane and I'm gonna let you do.
Yeah, you good, bro.
I don't wanna. No, you good.
All right.
The
Thank you
point
for the
of me
rose.
mentioning the streams, the point of me mentioning the views, the point of me mentioning with this, you have to look at his whole discography. You don't even get to that point without being at a certain level of opinion or a certain level of whatever you're doing in that craft. There's no way that you can sit up here and tell me that you listened to Iceman and you heard Dust, you heard Make 'Em Cry, Make 'Em Pay, all of these other records where he's
Janet, shut
actually
the fuck
rapping
up.
on.
Was disgusting.
I'm not even.
Janet,
No.
shut the
I'm
fuck
talking
up.
about. No.
You guys gotta watch
I'm
out for the
talking about
cursing
songs
so we
that
don't get the
he-
video flagged. We gotta watch out for
I
that.
already stated that Drake had
bad.
songs that I liked.
No, you
Drake
good.
actually was rapping on
My
some
fault,
songs.
Greg.
I already stated that, bro. I didn't.
Can I speak next?
Yeah,
please?
yeah. And can I say
Yeah,
something
go
too?
ahead,
Real
go
quick? Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
so look, my whole thing is, I think what it is, they every time Drake's whole career they've been making fun of him.
Facts.
They make fun of him and then they copy what he does. They switch around, clown him, then they just take and bite and do what he does, right? And also, I will say, have you noticed when he's featured on a song, somehow he does something to steal the show and put the spotlight on him. He outshines the art. You don't think Aston Martin music was a time where Drake just showed out to the point where he didn't even put his whole verse on there because they turned it into Ross left it off and it turned into Paris Morton music. Then
Drake has been outshining
hold on,
that
man. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. You should be respectful. I'll let you finish, bro. I didn't even interrupt you. So whole time, like, there's so many times where Drake has done this, but they clown him so much and they try to scrutinize and act like he's not number one. So you're like, okay, cool. I don't care about the really awards. He has shown this. He has drinking lean out of a Grammy. He don't care. When he started working with Apple, he started creating sounds and trying to make music that he gets more spins in place. He's not really focused on the award thing. He's more focused on the numbers, the screaming, the money. He went to a different route. He is a artist that he knows how to command the crowd. He knows how to say memorable things and get people hyped. Perfect example, A$AP Rocky, effing Problems. He knows what to say in his part. People really knows his part by heart. They know a lot of people's parts by heart, but they know his part for sure. I'm just using those as examples. Every time, literally, dude has been quiet, ain't said nothing. Everyone's been like, damn, bro, like, I can't believe you're not making no music. Where you at? The game ain't been the same. But I'm like, how y'all saying the game ain't been the same when y'all really got jealous of this man being number one? Did a 20v1 on him. He held his own. He didn't back down, win, lose, or draw, because I don't think he lost, because he really was saying some shit that his lyrics aged well. But that's neither here or there. It was more so like, it was weird. It was a weird setup and play, and it was all stemmed from jealousy and propaganda. But because people hated him so bad, they was rolling with whoever can take him out. This is not his first rodeo. But my whole thing is, a lot of things I like about Drake, his music and his lyrics it has mementos in them or some type of deeper meaning, and they age well. You can go back, like, perfect example, I would say with this Iceman album, I like the visuals. I like how he did things. He didn't dwell on the past, but he addressed it. he wasn't sounding whiny, but he did address it. This is the most aggressive. This album got pieces of everything. It got a little bit of Nothing Was the Same. It got a little bit of If You Reading This. It got some More Life in there. It got some Scorpion in there. He really was talking his shit. At first, I didn't even like Janice until I listened. I'm like, this man is going crazy.
Janice is tough, brother. That's one of my favorites.
And when I heard Dust is my shit. Dust, he was like, if it's up to me, I was like, that man is talking.
Hey, can I piggyback off of your thing when you
go ahead, bro. I just want to say this. Listen, last part. Let me just say the last part real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm gonna say this with his music. A lot of his music, I don't really like. I can tell you off the bat, I didn't like Thank You Later. I didn't like Nothing Was the Same. I didn't like Views. I didn't like For All the Dogs. I didn't like those albums when I first listened to them. But when they aged and when the hype unalive down and passed down, and I revisit those albums, I love those albums. This is the first time I actually listened to an album. I didn't like probably like maybe one or two songs off there, but the first time where I could not leave this shit alone. And the reason, in some of the songs I didn't like and I love now because I've seen the visuals to it. This the most creative project I've seen from him. And he did everything he's supposed to do. He gave us some of everything that he's supposed to, except the R&B. He didn't really give like a lot of R&B. That's why he did the other album. But I like how he took the Frank Ocean approach to this album, and I like that. But go ahead, ask me a question, bro.
All right. Everything that you just said, once again, goes into the point and has nothing to do with who's a better artist or MC. And
I'm not talking about a better artist or MC. I'm just talking about him.
That's the problem. We gotta stop. We gotta stop comparing who's better. We just gotta appreciate
what are we saying?
hip-hop.
I thought that was the debate, bro. What are we saying?
I'm not kind of comparing nobody because I'm not worried about nobody else. I'm not trying to compare apples to oranges because whole time I like certain artists for what they do, and on top of that, I'm not trying to like pick a side. It's childish to me because whole time. If you don't like Drake, why are you listening to Drake?
Midnight.
Don't like
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And that's what I meant about my art reference between Basquiat and Keith Haring. You're gonna like different art for certain reasons. You're gonna go to McDonald's to pick up something. I hate McDonald's, but you're gonna go to different places for certain reasons. You're gonna put on Drake when you with the girls. You're gonna put on Kendrick when you with the bros.
That's what I was saying.
So everybody.
That's what I was saying.
Everybody got their own. Everybody got their own lane, but we do gotta give respect for that Canadian man to step in America and actually do his thing. That's all I'm saying.
Everything
and the funny
that you
thing,
guys have said is straight opinion.
I'm sorry.
Bro. It's no facts. There's no
But
facts.
so how?
It's an opinion, though.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Like, hold on. What I was going to say to Chosen. Yeah, but that's what I was finna say though. Like, if you're saying that Drake should be in the top artist debate, and you're saying that he's not because there's other artists who are better than him, technically, that you're trying to say with a pen, isn't that opinion based? If these artists aren't even in the it is opinion because is Earl Sweatshirt even in the top 50 artists of all time?
Hell no.
He's not.
Hell no.
He's a good artist.
But I will say this: it's weird how you're making your opinion a fact, but then you talk about our opinion as it doesn't even matter. They're all opinions.
Can I explain?
Go ahead.
You're acting like your opinion.
No. I want to know how Earl Sweatshirt is better than Drake is not an opinion.
That's crazy.
Let me finish. I'm basing my quote-unquote opinion based on the facts of hip-hop, right? You're saying Drake is a top artist or top rapper, right? When you say that, I'm breaking it down technically, right? What makes a top rapper? Flow, delivery, rhyme schemes, lyricism. This is what makes a top rapper.
Some of us said singing.
Don't have none of those.
So he has those, but he's not on a level like Earl Sweatshirt. He's not on a level like a Nas.
Bro, you're capping right now,
okay, you say it's cap. Give me a Drake. Okay, hold on. We can prove it right now because I love.
Give me a Earl Sweatshirt bar that we all know and we all.
Let me finish. Because you say
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Give me a Drake. Give me a lyrical Drake song. We'll pull up the rhyme scheme right now. We'll compare it to Earl. Give me one. We'll compare it to Earl right here. Because there's a way to prove everything I'm saying. If you compare rhyme scheme for rhyme,
let's just go off of Iceman.
Okay, let's do.
Okay, so give me a lyrical track on Iceman. Give me a lyrical track.
We got 9 a.m.
Nine-
in Dallas.
nine-
We got
nine-
Star
nine-
6-7. We got
Yeah,
Star
that's
6-7.
Star 6.
Why don't you just recite the
Nah, that's
new
not
track?
that's not a good. Star 6-7 ain't lyrical. He's
I
going
like-
up.
I like-
No, Midnight. Because to your point, dog, what you're doing is naming songs that he actually was like sounded good on. What he's talking about is technical, because like he just said, he's trying to break down a rhyme scheme. If we're talking about lyricists, Drake literally has records like, what was the Ransom? You got Ransom. You got fucking 5 a.m. in Toronto, 9 a.m. in Dallas. Like, what are we talking about? Tuscan Leather alone.
I said.
Let's just go off of the Rick Ross
I said
album.
9 a.m. I said 9 a.m. in Dallas. He didn't take it.
How is Tuscan
He didn't take
Leather
it.
not on the Earl level? Are you crazy?
I'll show you. Tux in the leather. I'll just show you.
But
bro.
why are you constantly trying to? Okay, if you want to talk about lyrical, you want to talk about rhyme schemes, delivery and flow. Let's talk about Freddie Gibbs then.
What about
He got
Freddie
all
I'm gonna
that.
cook him with this note.
He's
Hey,
on-
y'all,
he's on
I'm
that.
sorry.
What about
I'm sorry.
Freddie?
Wait. I gotta
He's
cook him
better.
with this one. I gotta cook him
Go
with
ahead,
this
go ahead,
Drake
go ahead,
bar.
go ahead, bro.
This Drake song, Champagne Poetry, Certified Lover Boy. The intro.
I've heard
dare
that
you-
song. I got you. I'll
dare
pull up the rhyme
I
scheme.
dare you to put that against any Earl song. That man bodied that shit.
All right, rhyme scheme
Respectfully.
wise, I got you. Champagne Poetry. The crazy part is Drake is not that lyrical, so I'm looking up rhyme scheme videos.
Oh
and
my
not a lot
God!
of
You just said
rhyme scheme
Drake isn't
videos.
lyrical? He's
Yeah,
in the top
yeah. I
10.
disagree with that. I
Okay,
disagree with
okay.
that.
Let me ask you a question.
Why
Is
is they
Earl
called the
fucking
Big
with
Three?
Lupe? Is he fucking with Lupe? Can we put up Miss Mural? Can we put up Mural?
Sorry, Lupe is better than Earl.
Can I say this real quick?
Lupe-
As the host, like, listening to both of y'all or all y'all, like, y'all are both making some good points, I gotta say. I'm trying to look at this from an unbiased opinion, you know? Shout out to Rodrigo for the follower, Roderick. But I gotta say, yeah, like, one of y'all said something about Good Kid, Mad City. I do agree that Good Kid, Mad City is a great album, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but great. I just think we was getting off topic though, because we were talking
But no,
about if
Iceman is a
the
great-
Iceman
is a
was
great
good or
album too,
bad,
though.
and then we bring Earl Sweatshirt into the
Yo.
conversation. I don't even know
I don't know
how
if
we
you guys
got
heard
on.
me say
I don't
this.
know how we got to Earl.
No,
'Cause
yeah,
here's
yeah,
how.
nah,
We
nah,
All right,
nah,
so
nah,
hold
I
on.
agree
So
with
look,
you.
I got the rhyme scheme right here, right?
Well, let me say this real quick.
Because
Let me
you
just
said
say this real
Drake
quick.
is
Let me
better
just say
than
this real
Earl,
quick.
so we got the rhyme scheme right here with Drake. 8 a.m. in Charlotte.
I'll let you. Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
We didn't even ask that quote. We didn't even
My
bring
bad,
that
host.
song.
We didn't even request that song. We said
That's what I'm
Champagne.
saying.
We said Ransom.
I can't
We
find
said-
it. I can't find
We
it.
said at 9 a.m. in Dallas. I was like, that's when his.
I gotta say this. I
I
don't
can't
know if
find
y'all
it.
agree with this because this was the take of the video. Do y'all agree with this Drake Iceman? I know E or Chosen, you hate on this album, but the other two that are in the chat, do you agree that Iceman for Drake is his best album or one of his best albums?
I'll let
It's-
them.
it's-
I'll let
it's
them.
definitely-
I'm not saying it's his best, but it's definitely one of his greatest.
I
I'm
think
not
it's
I
one
hating
of his
on it.
best.
I feel like on his second leg, this is one of his best albums.
I
On
think
his
so
second
too.
leg,
I agree with you.
I say this because it has some of the elements that we know and love about Drake. He's giving us some stuff,
Yes.
and I will say this is the perfect time. If he would have gave us like Her Loss or For All the Dogs at this pivotal moment, it wouldn't have measured up what we needed from him. But he dug deep and he actually gave us some stuff that we really needed to hear from him. Like
I agree with you.
all the Make Me's, Go Hard, the Janice, Go Crazy, Does Go Crazy.
That's climbing up in the Billboard charts too, by the way. It says about to
That's
be
what
number
I'm
one.
telling you.
It's about to be
I'm
number
telling you,
one by
bro.
tomorrow, it
My
said.
take on it is because I listen to Drake heavily, and that's not saying that I don't listen to other artists heavily, because I give respect where respect is due. Like, I'm not one of those biased people who just I'm only, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't really matter. But when you listen to Drake, and I'm not even gonna just compare it just Iceman alone, because I can't even just say if Iceman alone is that greatest album, because he dropped 3 in a row, and 2 of them we didn't even know about until the live stream. You see what I'm saying? No other artist can be able to come in here and have the budget. Keep in mind, UMG didn't help him with that. Let's start there. The man came out of pocket for everything that he did. The man did a whole visual album and chopped it up after the live stream was over and released 14 different videos. You know, when you're in your contract, right? Some people have to, you know what the regular process of albums, you do your album, you have your single, you might have your single before the album, then you drop your album, and then your videos come later. This man is the only man that I know that can drop a triple album and 14 videos. And
Oh, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Everything that he had to give to the label up at once.
Yeah, it's genius.
You know he's on the top 40. You know he's on the top 40, right?
Can I ask you guys?
Bro, he didn't give nobody room to stand next to him, bro. He literally took up the first 50 slots.
That's the other part.
Are we still talking about rhyme schemes, or we just talking about something different now?
No, we aren't talking about rhyme schemes. You're just ignoring the rhyme schemes because you want to talk about
I got it right here.
Hey, Midnight Can we disagree on this? Let's just agree on this real quick. I just want to tell you my top 5 real quick before we get started. I wanted to say is Lupe. I want to say Nas. I'm going to say Scarface. I want to say.
I can see that.
I'm gonna say Jada Kiss. And I'm gonna say Currency. That's my favorite.
I'm gonna say my top 5. I'm gonna say my top 5.
And you know what? In honorable mention to West Side Gun.
I'm gonna say my top 5.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. My bad.
Wait, Mom, don't forget your other point. Don't forget your other point too. I know we getting on the top 5 situation, but you had a point that you was finna say about agreeing on something.
Yeah, let me say that first, and then I'm gonna say my top 5. Midnight and Panda. This is no disrespect to Chosen. This is how he actually did confirm his age with this Earl shit, because, and this is not a shot at you, Chosen, but we grew up, and I'm guessing Midnight and Panda, their age, we grew up with Big Sean, Kanye West, basically the good music camp.
Drake from the vlog era.
Drake had to go against good music. Nobody in good music is really standing but Pusha T. So that goes to show you how much of a talented artist Drake is.
That has nothing to do with who's better as an artist.
Pusha T doesn't represent good music no more.
Technicality.
Yeah, Pusha T don't represent good music no more, though, I don't think.
Come on, bro. He just dropped one of the best albums last year.
No, he stopped representing good music.
No, he's not. He
don't rap good music no more.
Yeah.
But
I don't think nobody in that camp is over there no more.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Drake lasted. He stood solid. He kept it consistent. He kept the tempo going. He never forgot Wayne. He never forgot Nicki. He kept the momentum going. But that was my point.
I'm moving the goalpost, gang.
But I'm going to end it with this. My top 5 is Kanye West, number 1. I'm sorry. Kanye West, number 1.
That's cool.
Number 2, definitely Drake. Number 3, Kendrick Lamar. Number 4, Big Sean. And number 5, J. Cole.
Wow, Big Sean.
I'm from the 90s.
Are you talking about current artists? Because there's no way that you put Big Sean over Tupac or Biggie. That's crazy.
Tupac is a god. Tupac is a god.
Y'all might not believe this, but
listen. I'm gonna say this.
Big Sean's my cousin.
Look. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you this. Tupac,
yo, what part
Biggie,
of Detroit you from?
Andre 3000. Those are gods. Like big. Those are gods. Those are gods.
Look, I'm from the East Side 7 Mile.
Where y'all calling from?
I'm
St. Louis, bro.
I'm East Side 7 Mile and Gratiot.
What up, though? My people's in Detroit, man.
What up, though, my baby? What's up, bro?
Yeah, my family. My mom went to University of Michigan and sorority sisters with Big Sean's mother.
That's what's up. I went to Osborne.
Y'all tell me what's up. I've been trying to tell Big Sean what's up. Like, you know what's funny? Is I know Big Sean's mother. I don't even know Big Sean, but I know his mother. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy.
Nah, but also real.
All I'm saying is Tupac is a GOAT.
Let me ask you this real quick. Like, hey, if I kick it with your moms, you must be like, hey, yo, he must be down. He knows my mom, right? Like,
you might go to a party or something. If moms invite you to the cookout.
You know Miss Anderson.
In my honorable mention, I'm gonna say this.
Big Sean's moms. Like, I've been talking to Big Sean's mom is my people's with my uncle. It's like, yo, it's crazy. She's like, oh yeah, Big Sean.
But you know what?
But look, my honorable mention is Jay Electronica. I'm gonna end it with that.
So Jamal, right?
Yo, go ahead, Chosen, because I don't want you to forget your thought, though.
Shout out to
Black Thought, for sure.
That's family. Hey, that's family.
Go ahead, Chosen.
So Jamal, you said Drake is better than Earl. So I pulled up Tuscan Leather rhyme scheme.
Man,
told me pull that up. So I pulled it up.
I'm saying, oh my God, look, I pulled up the rhyme scheme. It's the rhyme scheme.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
You can even
Bro,
do,
that's Chat GPT, brother. We don't need that. We
It's
need
not
facts.
ChatGPT.
We need culture.
It
Culture,
is
not
ChatGPT.
AI, bro.
This is Chat GPT. Can the chat let me know? Am I on Chat GPT or is this YouTube? All right. Anyways, right.
Go ahead.
Dude just talking. So that's a Drake rhyme scheme. Let's pull up an Earl Sweatshirt rhyme scheme. All right. Earl Sweatshirt rhyme scheme.
Oh yeah, my honorable mention is Jay Electronica. Shout out
Ooh,
to him.
Oldie, that's a good verse.
Yeah, Jay Electronica is always dope.
Hey, shout out to Royce the 5'9".
Oh yeah, that's Detroit, right? Wait, you said you from
Yeah, he
the
did
east
hold
side
it down.
Detroit. Just from like who's this?
From
I
the east
gotta
side.
make sure I
I'm
follow
from the
you.
east side.
Is this Midnight
I'm
Blue?
from the east side, 7 Mile and Gratiot, bro. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm when I get out of school, I'm going back up to Detroit. I'm gonna go visit the city, bro.
For sure, man. I'm about to go up to Detroit this year too. I'm gonna go visit my cousins. My cousins is out there right now on 7 Mile, you know.
If
So,
I run into you, I'm gonna hit
and I'm
you
not
up to
trying
go
to troll you. I'm not trying to troll you, but Tyler the Creator is better than Earl.
yeah, I
That got
agree with
nothing
you
to do
on
with
that.
what we're talking about.
I agree with you on that.
That got nothing to do with what we're talking about. What we're talking about
Okay,
is
so
who's
what
a
was
better
the
rapper,
point that you
Earl
was making?
Sweatshirt or Drake? So this is an Earl Sweatshirt rhyme.
Nah, Earl Sweatshirt is not a better rapper than Drake. Earl Sweatshirt
Like,
is not
honestly,
a better
bro.
rapper
Proving it
than
right
Drake.
now with rhyme schemes, bro. You can deny it all you want.
I ain't gonna lie.
Rhyme schemes
Chosen,
is
no.
not enough.
Right now it's not helping you because one, the live can't hear the music, so we're just looking at lyrics on the screen that we can't really see.
I'm not
it's
trying to
kinda
play
like,
the music, gang. We're looking at the rhyme schemes. The music, we're not talking about the music. If you want to listen to Oldie, if you never heard Oldie, go ahead and listen to it yourself.
That's fine,
We're
but
talking about.
you do know.
We're talking about. Listen, hold on. We're talking about rhyme schemes. You said Drake is a better rapper than Earl Sweatshirt. Rhythm and poetry, right? Rhyme schemes is a main part of rhythm and poetry. So we're comparing.
But that's not the only part.
I never said it
If you
was,
want to
bro,
be
but
technical,
Yo,
Damo
shut up, wait, hold on, I gotta say it real quick. Shout
I
out
never
Willie
said
on
it was,
YouTube.
bro, but it's a part of it. So we're
Yo,
Damo
Chosen,
is
they say you in your feelings.
comparing.
Right.
Y'all
You're in your
niggas keep
feelings.
moving the goalposts, gang. We not talking
No,
about.
we're not
Jordan.
moving the goalposts.
We're not
If you're
talking
saying
about
somebody
Damo
is a better
Genesis.
rapper,
We're
and
talking
you're talking
about.
my fault. Go ahead.
We're talking about Earl
We're gonna leave him
Sweatshirt
alone.
and Drake. We're talking about rhyme schemes. Is it the only thing in rap? No. Is it a main point in rap? Yes. You're not gonna listen to a
But
song.
saying,
I'm sorry.
that
Let's go
Drake
back.
don't have rhyme schemes is
I
crazy.
didn't
Like,
say.
like,
But if you're gonna keep
Truck
moving
to the
goalposts, gang, I'm just
hotel,
not
to the
gonna keep
lobby.
talking, bro.
Come on, man. Don't let me play that song, bro.
Bro, no,
play that song.
don't.
The Drake
I
song.
don't-
It's not on this
What
level.
is that song called? Something in
Look.
Chicago? 9 a.m. in Chicago or some shit
That's
like
all I
that?
gotta say.
Come on, bro.
I might want to move my lips, gang.
Yo, I'm
No,
gonna say this.
okay, it's not even that, Chosen.
Drake
I
is a
don't want
better
you to.
rapper
I
than
don't
Earl
want you to
Sweatshirt,
feel like you being attacked, because like the point that you're making is valid when it comes into technicality of rapping, but that's only one part of music. That's only one part of being a rapper.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. What other part of rap is Drake better than Earl Sweatshirt? He's clearly not
He
a
can
better
sing.
rhymer.
He can sing. He can sing.
Singing is not rap.
We're not
Singing
even
is
taking.
not
We're
rap. We're
not.
talking
We're
about
not.
rap.
No,
Singing
because
is not
if
rap,
he,
gang.
if
Are
he's
you
talking
serious? That's
about
what
rap,
Andre 3000 does.
Hold on,
Andre
Midnight.
3000
Hold on,
sings.
Midnight. He
Andre
does,
3000
but if
sings.
he,
I ain't say
Are
nothing.
we
Hold on.
forgetting that?
the live gotta hear y'all.
Caroline, are you serious?
That does
Andre
not
3000
mean.
sings.
That does not mean. Yes,
Are we forgetting
yes,
that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me
And you
talk,
said
brother.
he's in your top 5,
Let
so
me
you
talk,
sound
brother.
contradictory, bro.
Let me talk, brother. Yes, there's a subgenre in rap called pop rap where you're singing. Yes, you can sing in a rap song, but we are talking about rhythm and poetry.
Hold
We're
on,
talking
man.
about
Hold on. You say
MC
most deaf.
skill.
Wait, you said
MC
most
skill.
deaf.
You don't spit
Wait,
the
Chosen.
16th and just start
Can you hear me
singing.
real quick? You said most deaf is one of your favorite rappers. Most deaf sings in songs too.
Bro,
He sings in a lot of
y'all
songs
are
like
not getting
Umi
the point. I'm not
says.
gonna keep it.
Thank you.
No,
So I'm just saying, like, we can't say that singing is not a part of hip hop.
No, hold on, Midnight, because what he's saying is the rhyme scheme. I get what he's saying as far as the technicalities of rhyme scheming. He's not talking about the parts of the song where Drake is singing. If we're only focused on Drake's raps, I'm not debating that we're taking singing out. I'm not
Fixer just
against
said it.
that.
There's hip hop and there's hip hop. That's all I gotta say.
Right, but that's what I'm
They
saying.
get
But
it,
that
bro. I'm not
doesn't
gonna-
mean. But just because that's
Okay,
the
if
topic
we going
doesn't
off
mean
of
that
boom
Drake
bap,
don't have
Nas is
that
number
either.
1. If we going off of boom
That's
bap,
what I'm saying.
Nas is number 1.
It got
If we going
nothing
off
to
of
do with boom bap.
If
We're
you
talking
talk
about
about
hip
wait,
hop.
No,
if
we're
you
not
talk
talking.
about rap
No, we're not
scheme-
talking about boom bap. He's talking about writing. He's not talking about the sound itself. He's talking about writing.
Hold on. Let me ask a question. Since we talking about rhyme schemes and flow and stuff and putting words together, you can arguably say Fabulous is better than Earl Sweatshirt.
That's not crazy to say. I can't. That's not.
What
crazy
about
to
Big
say.
Sean?
When
They
did
said
I
Big
debate?
Sean's
It's
better
not
than
crazy to say.
Earl
What
too.
about Big
Big
Sean?
Sean is
What about
known.
Big
Nah,
Big Sean
nah,
is
Big
known
Sean.
But
for
the
rhyme
debate,
schemes
but
and
the
hood.
reason why he's making his point is because we're having a debate about Iceman, and the fact that he's trying to shit on Iceman, and he's bringing up that there's other artists that there's big that's
Chosen, let
big
me ask you a
better than
question.
him.
Iceman game.
Chosen, let me ask you a question. Have
There's
you
no
ever,
way that
have
you
you
heard
ever,
Iceman.
You said
shit on
Earl is
Iceman?
better than Iceman album.
I
You
said Earl is. I said that's not what I said. Earl is a better. I said Earl is a
Chosen,
better
have you
rapper
ever,
than Drake.
have you
That's what I
ever
said.
heard, have
Earl's
you
a
ever
better
heard
rapper than
of
Drake.
this song called
But that's what I'm
Sanctified?
saying. Yeah, with Rick Ross and Kanye.
Big Sean, right?
Big Sean,
Have you heard
for sure.
Big Sean's verse off Sanctified? I mean,
That's
you
one.
have
And we being honest, like, come on, bro.
No,
like,
what about
that's
Blessed?
one
What about
song,
the
bro.
song Blessed? Everybody heard Blessed. I'm so
Mhm.
blessed. Are you serious? That was
boy-
hip hop
that boy
song
was
for like
going off.
the whole summer.
My thing is the debate was Iceman, and the fact that we bringing up Earl Sweatshirt in a debate about if Iceman was good or not. It is. Look at the live stream. The live. We literally came in talking about if the album was good or bad. What are we talking about?
We were talking
True,
about.
true.
how
You're right
Earl
about that.
Lil Yachty's better.
You're right about
Earl
that.
Sweatshirt
That's a good point.
conversation
Lil Yachty
got
better
brought
than
up.
Drake,
Actually,
bro.
we were
You might
talking
as well
about
say
whether
that, bro.
Drake is a top 5 rapper, right? And I named some rappers better than Drake, and I picked Earl Sweatshirt. And out of every rapper that I named, you guys decided to handpick Earl Sweatshirt and get on him. So I proved my point.
I didn't tell you to pick Earl. You picked
yes,
Earl.
y'all
You
did.
said
y'all
Earl.
did.
We never brought up Earl. You did.
Nah, we
Did
never
you
brought
not? Did
that
you
up.
not hear the words that came out of my mouth? You want me to repeat what I said?
Nah.
All
What
right,
you said?
I'm gonna repeat what I said. Right? We were having a conversation. We were having a conversation about Drake. I said I don't think Drake is a top 5 rapper. Right? Are you with me?
I mean, that's okay.
I started naming people better than Drake. I said Andre 3000. I said Nas. I started naming people better than Drake.
Jay-Z.
Then I said Earl Sweatshirt. You're like, bro, I could pull up a Drake song, and I bet you Earl doesn't have a better song than this.
No,
That's how
you
it
said
started.
that. You
That-
said
But that's
that.
where
I
the pen
didn't.
matters.
It's on
The
live,
pen
bro.
is
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
song,
debate. It's on
dude.
live, man. It's
Dude,
on
the
live.
song.
But
the
you,
pen
but
is
you
in
know
the
what
song.
though? I ain't
It's
gonna
on
lie to you.
live,
I
right?
just
It's
so
on
we
live.
all
the pen
can
is in the
agree
song.
that
Come on,
everybody except Chosen, we all can agree that Drake dropped a good album.
Oh
What
my
you say?
bro. Yes, I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna
We
say
gonna
yes.
agree with that.
Iceman is a
Four
8.5
out of 5